Live studio audience.
You think you're weird? I think you're dumb. Come on, and know this is so fun. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now, just go home. You're drunk now. You think you're special?
Coming to you from the luscious loins of Lopel, Indiana. I am Bull Shep, always hanging out with Polly motherfucking Punk.
Hey,
Our guests tonight are none other than Southbound Beretta.
what's up? Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
Big crowd.
We're
Thank you.
We're stoked.
They just keep going. They love you guys so much.
Hell yeah.
They're coming.
So
They're coming all right.
I'm probably not going to be as hype as normal tonight, but I do want to start off with my favorite question. How was your daytime commute?
Long.
That's a tough one.
Long. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
Cody, you take that
Yeah,
one,
that's,
buddy.
you know what? That's what she said.
Right on.
Oof.
Right on. Yep.
Right out the gate. Not coming out.
I live like. You feel that?
It's gonna the vibration. So strong.
Yeah, it's at least like compared to these guys, I live like literally 2 hours south of Indy. So
Oh,
I drive to Bloomington like for work and whatnot. Been doing that for like 4 years, and then drive up here for practice and shit too. So yeah. So that's a real commute.
That's a holiday.
That's a fucking
Fuck
commute, man.
that.
I make 45-minute commutes and I complain about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cody's commitment is definitely the number one in the band. I'll say that much. People are always like, he doesn't like bitch about that or like ask for gas money. I was like, I've never given him gas. Like I ask you like every other time I see you and you're like, no, I'm good. And he just keeps doing it freaking 4 hours of driving just for a practice. And
Because
a
I
weekend.
fucking believe in the shit. Dude.
there it is.
Shows and whatnot, they're not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's like we're just
No.
in the van
Right.
at like weekends or days at a time or whatever, but practice, that would freaking suck.
I do it anyways.
Thanks, Cody.
I do it anyways.
Round of applause for Cody on that one, man.
Woo!
Really,
Let's hear it.
really appreciate him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I noticed you guys pulled. When I pulled up, I seen the van parked out front.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, oh, this is probably the first show where a band has actually driven the van.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the whole
Really?
yeah. When I saw, I was like, "Fuck it."
That's
I know,
my
it's
daily
kinda
car
showed
right
up.
there.
Y'all
Usually-
showed up like it's just like God damn it. That wouldn't make sense if I said if it's a show. I mean, it's a show, but you're not playing.
I just said the same thing. so
yeah.
it's whatever.
Yeah, dude. I had a Chevy Silverado that I freaking loved, and like 8 months ago, we were starting to get on the road like every weekend and piling 5 people in that and buying hotels each night. I'm like, oh, screw it. So traded it in for a good old 12 passenger Chevy 2015
Big
Chevy
old
Express.
bed in the back.
Put a little bunk bed in the back there. It's pretty luxurious back there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Kinda
know I'd be
nice.
laying
Get your
back
tab
there.
in there. You can watch Netflix.
yeah,
Some
man.
HBO Max.
Dude, Switch. Switch is the way to go.
Oh, dude, for
100%.
real?
Yeah, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you play
man.
Switch? What's your favorite Switch game?
Oh, dude, probably that. What is it? The Zelda one. I actually don't own it,
Breath of the
but I
Wild?
play friends that ride with us. So that obviously Mario Kart, all that shit and everything
That's
too.
a
So,
staple.
Breath of the Wild is like my favorite game of all time.
Mario Kart's the whole reason why I bought a Switch.
hell yeah.
For real.
Oh yeah.
And then I figured out that if you take the controllers off, the number one controller always like it just automatically has a leg up. I don't know if you've picked up on that
Really?
or not.
well, I'm
but
gonna have
Really?
to.
yeah,
That's
mine
okay.
does.
All right,
at
dibs
least.
on the number one controller.
Dude, no wonder. Wasey's been cheating on me, dude. He just hasn't said nothing.
I guarantee he knows
sounded
that.
Cheating in the game. It should have been more specific.
Oh. I honestly, I didn't even know what you meant.
Oh, goodness.
For everyone out there, Wasey is our like every merch.
He's our jack of
stage
all
tech.
trades.
Yeah.
He's our jack of all
Like
trades.
when
Very
we play
thankful
like
for
bigger
Wasey.
shows or festivals, he's like the stage tech, and I don't know. We talk about Wasey a lot, so I feel
Yeah.
like I had to.
Wasey gets
say-
mentioned
we
all the
got-
time,
we
and
got
people are like,
some
who the
stories.
hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's still Wasey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Wasey, if you're listening.
I'm sure he will be.
So we do got some comments coming in here. We might as well
Already?
just get right to
You guys
it.
must be popular or something.
Before
Everyone hates us.
Yeah,
before
no.
We just like to hang, dude.
so Jake Jingleheimer Schmidt is with us today. Also, Wayne Birch. Wayne wanted to say he fully endorses this band.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Beretta.
What'd you say his name was?
Wayne Birch.
William
He's
Birch.
a local artist.
Fuck yeah.
Used
Right
to make part for
Barfly.
Barfly. Yeah, thank you,
Right,
guys. I am all doped up on Benadryl. So everybody at home,
He's gonna start hallucinating here in a
Dude, he's gonna
second.
pass out.
the drugs are real. Trying to get healthy.
Drug of choice today, Benadryl. That's all we're doing.
So Jake Jingleheimer Schmidt, he chimed in. He said, "Congrats on Inked Carnation." Did I say it right?
Incarceration.
God
Yeah,
damn it!
Yeah,
I think he spelled it wrong, so I'm gonna blame him.
that's fine, man. Thank you for the congrats,
Yeah.
man. We're stoked as hell on
Yes.
I
that.
totally meant to send. I was gonna put the flyer up that you guys posted, but I forgot to do it.
That's all good. I'm
Dope.
sure someone can get it in the chat or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how'd that come about? Did you guys know Fred Durst or?
No,
Oh, dude.
Casey and Fred go way
Actually,
back.
Crazy story. This is the second time we've been booked to play with Limp Bizkit. The first time,
Didn't
Dude, he's
actually
just-
happen. Well, like playing with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, they
man,
dropped off the show.
yeah, they dropped the show like 2 days before. We're like, all right. And then actually, this is kind of sick though. The Offspring took their place.
Yeah, they were
So we got to
good.
play
They
like
were-
legend and like obviously legendary band. I was like,
Yeah.
well, didn't
That's
expect
dope.
that to
That was
happen,
cool.
but that was really cool.
Yeah, and then the whole like thought process behind like how we got like that Blue Ridge is the first fest Casey was mentioning. We got that opportunity. It was during COVID, like 2020. And every other fest had canceled, and they were just like, no, we're still gonna have it, this and that. And agree or disagree with that. I was like, hey, I'm on stage, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm not the one that'll be getting in trouble. So I found their contact information on their website and emailed them. And I got back like a response like, oh, thanks for your inquiry. Like, we'll keep you in mind, like a politically correct, like, go fuck yourself. You're not going to play, is what I thought. And then like 2 months later, they emailed us back and they're like, yeah, we're not having 2020, but you guys want to play on 2021. And I was just like kind of blown away.
It was
Baffled.
perfect timing because we had just released our first single and it like popped off. Like
Yeah.
we got like, I don't know, 40, 50,000
on
plays,
Spotify.
like,
Yeah.
fast. So I think it was like a perfect timing type of thing.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing but net, huh?
Yeah, literally. Oh, we've missed a lot of shots. If
Yeah.
you think that's the only two fests we submitted to, that's
No, man.
yeah. So I
Oh.
mean, we just kind of shoot our shot, and luckily, shout out to CB Entertainment. That's our management, and he helps us with that, and is far more professional than any of us will ever be. So he takes care of all of that and talks us up and puts together like the press kit and everything. So
Yeah. We're
it's-
we're doing a
Definitely learned a lot
oh yeah,
just in this past year. Like, not necessarily, I guess, the music industry a little bit, but just the kind of the way we think about things and like how we actually
Yeah.
go about them now. And I think that kind of like sets us apart. I don't know if necessarily like the Indianapolis area in particular, but I feel like that's just something that actually sets us apart.
yeah. We were
It's
trying to
like-
be professional from the get go.
Yeah.
And the missing link was really Cody. Because Casey and I have been playing music together for years, and I started this just writing rock tunes, like get out of like depression and shit like that years ago, and showed Casey. Showed Casey some of the demos, and he's
just-
like,
Like, just a heads up, man. You are going to be graded on your burps, by the way.
yeah,
so.
dude. All right, well, no more of these, whatever these low carb fucking things I have.
It's like part of the show.
Yeah, it's literally just zero carbs coming out. I got a Yingling now, so we'll be good.
I'm dying at these comments.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather play with Offspring.
Jeanette gave you a
Definitely.
4.8.
yeah.
I wonder how
4.8 on that
many-
bird.
Yeah.
Look at
Out of
this
5 or
one. I
10?
wonder how
Out
many
of 10.
7-string
Yeah,
guitars
okay.
Limp Bizkit sold back in the day.
A lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Real question is how many
Yeah,
get broken?
he's I don't know. The singer of that band's a turd. Honestly.
Yeah.
The
That's
gentleman
true,
that
man.
posted that, by the way, he runs a podcast as well. I was just talking to him before our show. What's up, Sam? Thanks for watching the show tonight. Hey, post your podcast name. I forgot already. I'm like, yeah,
2 bears, 1 cave.
close.
Fucking love
That's-
that shit.
That's
dude.
Cody's shit right
I
there.
love to.
That's how he passes the 2-hour drive.
I agree with
Well.
Wayne too on that. He says he'd rather play with the Offspring. So yeah.
Oh,
I agree
yeah.
with
It was
that.
super
Oh,
cool
yeah.
It
seeing
was
them, man.
really, really neat to actually see those guys play.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't obviously I've always known about them and whatnot. I didn't realize actually how old they were.
They started in like
They're
the
like
80s.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
They're
post
like-
punk.
I think they're
Yeah.
like in their 50s, maybe 60s, maybe pushing it. But either way, they put on a fucking like a show like they were still like in their 20s.
They're
That was
killer,
like
yeah.
really cool to see, dude.
And I haven't listened to them in like a super long time, but in high school, they were like a CD I always had in my car. So it was like just kind of nostalgic and everything. And then isn't there a singer? Doesn't he have like a PhD and like studies?
Dexter, I don't know. I know the guitar player, which his name
They're like crazy.
escapes me at the moment.
Yeah.
That's not
Noodles.
Noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he does for sure. He's like fucking genius.
They like do like cancer research, like something mind-blowingly smart. Like
Yeah.
I can't even begin
well
to fathom
beyond the
that.
high school diploma. I know that
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, dude, they're fucking. I've listened to them since I was a kid. They're like one of the first punk bands I got into.
Same here,
so.
man. Yeah.
Smash. That was my
Oh
first
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And then the first one, I was like, I'm gonna buy this shit. I bought the whatever Americana.
Yeah.
Americana, yeah.
So tell us about the journey on the way to this festival. What
Blue Ridge?
happened? Yeah.
It was actually pretty smooth travels there and
Yeah.
back. We pulled the trailer with the truck at the time and had 5 people in there and all our camping gear and stuff. And then Casey's wife took Casey's other car and just had our whole crew split up into 2 cars. No one broke down or anything. Like there's no cool stories, but
Did not realize how many tobacco fields there are out there, though. That was freaking
Danville,
insane.
Virginia.
And then
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
we
That was
started
weird.
we started looking into that too, though. I remember it's like workers, like if they go in there and they're working and they touch like the fresh like tobacco because there's like natural nicotine, I think, in it. They get like sick pretty well.
That's
They get
sick.
a nicotine buzz from hell. So
Interesting.
my kind of place.
I will say this though, nicotine buzz all around. I got a
True. This is where the patch came from.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
it's just like literally right off of
It's
the
for the
freaking
workers.
plant. You just take that leaf and just put it right on your arm.
Yeah, Austin and I went out to Blue Ridge this year. Our other guitarist couldn't make it tonight; he had to work. But we got tickets this year and went out, and we took the van out. And I didn't know this, but he's like really afraid of heights and has vertigo. And you're on like super backwoods roads on like literally a cliff at one point going over the Blue Ridge Mountain. And he's like, let's stop and like take some pictures. I'm like, all right. So we get out, and they have like a wall, like a stone wall. And he's like, oh yeah, don't let me get up there. I'm like, oh, I wasn't going to. That's
Right
a
on.
fucking cliff. And he gets up there and starts taking pictures. I'm like, what?
literally told you not.
Yeah,
to,
and I was
dude.
like, get down. You just said not to do that. But he did his thing. And then we kept going on the drive, and he's like having a panic attack on these roads. And I'm like, you're fine, man. Like, drink a fucking beer or whatever. Like, we'll be okay. And we were fine. But that's about the craziest travel story we have related to Blue Ridge.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing too wild. Now I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was
that was
just-
pretty
Well, that's
tame.
good actually.
Yeah.
You know.
So, do any of you want to tell the origin story of Southbound Beretta?
I could probably
You guys wanna-
take that one,
you
right?
guys
Me and
wanna-
Case.
You two
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, so I kind of alluded to it a little while ago. I was living out in New Jersey for a while after college, and it was the first time in my life pretty much I hadn't been playing music, and I started noticing I was like kind of going crazy, like had like depression, anxiety, like way more than I'd ever had. And
Also,
it's,
Mike's always been a drummer. By
yeah,
the way,
that's another secret.
Why would you said that on a podcast?
because
People from
Oh, dude, it's
Indianapolis
On every single
watch
one.
this. When you leave here and you open your instant messenger
Play drums for me.
on AOL,
he doesn't even have a set. He doesn't even have a set.
it's
anymore.
gonna be
Yeah.
filled up, bro. You're
That's-
gonna have
I-
like 70 people
You got
asking
so
you to
much
play
work.
drums.
I
in their
can't play
band.
anymore. It ain't happening. Thank you for the
But that-
inquiries, everyone. But
And that's important because like he always played drums. And he's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm like while he's in New Jersey, he's like messaging me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna play guitar and sing. And I was like, okay. I like didn't know what it was gonna sound like. So
Yeah.
there's my input.
Casey's like, this
Oh, yeah.
shit's
Right
gonna
on.
suck. No, so yeah, I was out there, and my sister and brother-in-law came to visit, and I was kind of confiding in my sister about like, I'm having these anxiety and depression issues coming up, and she's like, well, why don't you write music? And like, I would write songs for fun and demo them, just nothing. And she's like, put your head to something, make it a cohesive project, and just make a project out of this. And so I just wrote a rock record just for fun. Went to a studio in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in the West studio. Super dope dude out there. Phil, Connor or something. I forget his name. Recorded it just to like 16 tracks, super old school. And it was literally just a demo, and it just was like so therapeutic. Moved back to Indiana. I'm showing Casey some of the demos. He's like, let's try this out. So we started jamming, had a few drummers, played a couple shows with them. COVID happened, started recording an actual album, which ended up being Under Fire, which got delayed for COVID and all that. And then to really expedite the story,
I bought a bass guitar and an amp.
Yeah,
because I didn't play bass, by the way, either.
Yeah, Casey was the guitarist in our old bands. We played like hardcore and metalcore and stuff like that, and so we needed to figure a lot out with that. But so it just kind of came about from that. Had a couple different drummers, had a couple different fill-ins and things, and then Cody hit us up, just DM'd us on Instagram. He didn't know we were looking, like we were pretty quiet about everything, and he's like, "You guys should cover 96 Quite Bitter Beings," or
CKY.
right? CKY, yeah. Just out of nowhere, I'm like, I love that song and that band's dope, but like, why, that's so random. And I was like, wait, are you still with the band you were with? And he's like, no, like I'm done with that. I was like,
well, I was still in the band, but I will say, like, at the time I was definitely looking to like do something different, because I was doing like the same thing they were before this, like playing metalcore, hardcore bands and shit. And I was like, you know what? I was like, it's like if I join a different band, I want to do it something different. And then literally, like I said, I DM'd them about that CKY 96 Quite Bitter Beings. I was like, because that would be a sick cover. Obviously, it still would be a sick cover.
We still haven't done it.
But and then it was like another one of them things, man. It was like right place, right time, and they're like, "You want to come play drums?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah. So I drove down to Cody's place down 2 hours south, and we set up and played in his dad's garage for a little bit, did some covers and stuff. And I'm like, having a drummer in my band from a drummer background, it's like I always say it's like having someone drive my car. Like it's like you're not like totally not trusting them, but you're kind of a little backseat driving. And the second Cody and I started jamming, I was like, that's the first person I'm just like giving him the keys for the weekend, and you know what I mean? Like, and ever since then, I mean,
That's awesome.
It's been killer. Yeah, we jived right off the bat.
It was I remember during that time too. It was weird, man. It's like somebody say, like, I don't know if you guys have any like siblings that play like instruments or anything like that, but it's like when you're getting in a groove with somebody, that it just felt like. So what I'm trying to say is, literally when me and Mike the first time we jammed, it literally felt like we'd been jamming for like years.
Yeah.
Like it just felt natural. And that's like something I've never had before. And I was like, this is going to be something cool.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be rad, man.
Because I remember you were having a party at your house that night, and I get to the party and Casey's like, how'd it go? Like thinking I'd be pretty critical. And from a drumming background, he was really interested to see what I thought. And I was like, dude, that might be it. And it was literally the first drummer we had tried out. Like we had a bunch of other people lined up.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's get this kid up and, introduce you guys and start jamming. And then 2 weeks after that, we were in Memphis recording a new album with Cody doing all live drums. So there was very little room for fuck ups on that.
Yeah.
But Cody killed
short
it.
fucking amount of time too.
Like literally 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Literally. I remember I had like, it's so funny, dude. I literally because I remember I was like, okay, we're going to the studio. I was like, I got to be fucking like on point. I remember I had so many blisters on my hand going into that studio already. I was like, dude, I am fucked now. And they ended up actually making up some like decent, well, I guess killer tunes, even though we haven't like released them though.
Yeah, the only two songs we released off those recordings were Fighter and Under Fire. We released like back in last summer.
Yeah, and crazy thing about those drums is people are like, why? I wish they wouldn't use programmed drums. They're literally live drums.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there right now, everyone.
Casey's picking.
Casey,
fights.
why don't you brush them shoulders out for him, man?
Yeah, man.
Literally live drums.
beef?
So
Arby's, dude.
Casey,
Fuck yeah, dude.
did you literally buy a bass amp and bass
Yeah, I did
guitar
not. I did not have
learn
any.
how to play it just for this band specifically?
Yeah, so
obviously probably you wanted to, but
yeah, that's like a big part of. I feel like that's a big part of our sound because I play a ton of chords. Like we were a 3-piece for a long time before we got Austin. But I just I have a Rickenbacker, and actually it's a Fakenbacher because I don't have 3K. But I play a
Shots fired again.
Rickenbacker style bass, really heavy on the mids, and I just like play it like a guitar.
Yeah.
So that's why we sounded so full as a 3-piece.
And the subbing up too.
Yeah, and I use pedals and stuff, but a lot of it's just that play style, like a lot of chords. But yeah, I didn't own any bass gear, so I bought the first bass stuff I've ever had. I don't know, when was that? Like 2.5, 3 years ago.
2019 already. Yeah.
Wow.
The acoustic, right?
I mean, honestly, when we started, I didn't really have anything. I was like,
because we had that
writing stuff
practice
on a
amp.
freaking combo amp.
Yeah.
I was like,
It worked out well though.
Yeah.
Is that like a dinosaur?
What was that?
There's a lot of air
Like
in
a
there,
baby.
man.
Just
I've been
hatched out of
watching
the
my
egg.
figure, and these burps are very strange. Also, we had La Hacienda last night. We were in the studio and had it delivered.
it's not good. I
And,
mean,
uh,
it was
La
good. It was
Hacienda?
good, but
Yeah, dude.
not good.
Fire. Like
after.
Pendleton
Yes.
area, there's a bunch out that way.
Okay.
The
Dude.
food was good, but after
Like
was not
Pendleton,
good.
Indiana?
No,
Pendleton
sorry,
Pike.
Lawrence area. My bad.
Okay.
I was thinking Pendleton Pike.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Dude, we only
Wait.
live like 30 minutes from here.
Yeah, we both live like Lawrence area. But yeah,
Cody lives in, what'd you say?
Sanborn.
Tennessee?
Sanborn.
Alabama.
So if you're familiar with Indiana, it's like 25 minutes north of Vincennes, hour north of Evansville.
It's out there.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, our butt
Dude,
toots
Tar
were
Nation.
you know,
our butt toots were pretty rank last night. We texted each
Dude.
other like making sure nothing was wrong, and we're like, no, it was
No,
the
something was
food.
very
Bad.
wrong.
So I had it the
Something was
leftovers
wrong.
today for lunch. So if
Bad idea.
we're apologizing in advance, is what we're trying to say.
I think I got it out of me this morning,
Huh.
dude.
Yeah.
But, you know, dude, that
You're
shit
like, and
was
that's
so
the
good.
podcast. Southbound is out of here.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great, dude. This morning though, I'll tell you this. I think I about made a guy puke this morning. Dude. It was like, I was like,
Did you at least yell fire in the hall?
no warning, nothing like that, dude.
Oh, man.
I just hear the like the, you know what I'm saying? Like
We're not even a half an hour in,
left,
bro.
dude.
Hashtag you're canceled.
Done.
Yo,
You have to warn.
dude, you can't get
You
canceled
do.
if you don't acknowledge.
People can have their mouths open and shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
There was garlic in that. They could taste it. Yeah.
What if somebody was snorting cocaine, man? And then they're mixing
Oh my
that in
God.
there.
At Cody's work.
So what?
I got to get through the day somehow.
Astronauts do cocaine too, guys. Come on.
Dude, you'd start so many projects.
How else do you
Just
think they get
not
so far
finish
off
them.
the ground?
That's right.
All right, so let's get like personal a bit. Background of like how you came about playing music in the first place, and then your inspirations.
Right on.
Cody, you want to go first?
Dude, sure. I was literally just about to go. I didn't even give a fuck about shit.
That's my shit.
Let me go. It's my
You want
time
me to
shine.
mute them, Cody? I will mute them. You just give me the word.
Right on. Dude, so I legit got thrown into it. That's like the crazy thing. So my little brother Cameron was taking guitar lessons down in Vincennes for like a good 4 months. And every single time that I would go in there, I'd find myself in that drum room. Well, my aunt took me to the lessons one day. She's like, God damn it, you're going to be in here. I'm signing you up for lessons now. It's like, I hear you keep on coming in here. It's like, just take the lessons. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And I guess I liked it. But
Cody, we got a present for you.
oh, fuck yeah, dude. Right on.
We got a bag of goodies over here.
Hell yeah.
I'm cooking out, dude.
I
Dude,
brought
there's
a
like-
gift for all of
There's
you.
like a quarter jar in here.
Hell yeah.
Got,
Just ship me out, dude.
Gift number one.
we'll present
Yeah.
gifts as we go. We
This-
don't want to
this-
spoil all the
I'll give this
surprises.
to you later.
Right on.
That's about 2 ounces
man.
of taco sauce right there.
Two.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
It'll help you go number 2.
Yeah, I did. So I did that. I took lessons for like 6 months to get like the fundamentals down and kind of like basically just actually learn how to read like sheet music too. Easy shit, nothing like complex. But do that and learn the basics. And then my instructor actually moved. He moved to Louisville, I think it was. But he ended up moving there, and I was like, and it was right about the time to join junior high band, and I just kept playing. Literally just kept playing like every single day. My parents, my brothers, everybody was freaking tired of it because I would play literally every fucking day.
Hey, what was the first song you learned how to play?
Paradise
Yes,
City,
sir.
Guns N' Roses, dude. Through
That's
and
so
through.
many people's first song.
Yeah, dude.
honestly.
It's the easiest intro.
Oh
ever.
yeah, dude. And then are you good with that, Cody? Segue.
Sure.
So the reason I know that is we were on a podcast before, and someone asked us the same question, and Cody's like, "Yeah, playing drums. That was the first song that I could actually like get through." And my background, I started playing drums when I was in like 6th grade, and my parents literally would be like, "Oh, Paradise City sounded good," and there was like the first like non-listenable thing. You know, they're like, "Okay, that's cool." So when Cody's like, "Yeah, Paradise City's the first song I learned on drums," I was like, "Shut up, man!"
Yeah, literally on a podcast. I honestly don't remember which one it was, but
That was a while back.
Yeah. it was still fun though.
Casey.
Yeah, I've like I said, I haven't been playing bass for very long, but I played guitar since I was like, I don't know, probably like 11. I was like taking like some classical guitar lessons and like learning notation and whatnot. And then like that's all. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. And then when I was probably like 13, I got like really into Alkaline Trio. Actually, random story. I had a half pipe I had built in my house, and this kid that was like 17, 18, like saw it, and he's driving by and he stops. He's like, "Hey, can I skate here?" He's like, "Hey, I have this album," and it was Good Morning by Alkaline Trio, and he freaking left it at my house. So I just kept listening to it. And
On
then
purpose
I started
or by accident?
on accident.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And like I just kept it and just kept listening to it and was like trying to figure out all those songs on guitar. So Alkaline Trio. Yeah,
That's
I got
cool.
like super into that. Then I got into like metal and then just like played in like Mike and I were in some bands once I moved down here. And then we're in that like if you've heard of the like beat down band Guilt Trip, Mike and I were in that. And then I don't know, Mike hit me up and then I just switched to bass, and I love bass. I feel like bass is the instrument I was meant to play. It's like so little like stress. I can just sit there and shred.
Fretboard's
Oh, yeah.
wide
Drink fucking
open.
whiskey.
Yeah,
all night.
there's
Yeah.
lots of
Oh yeah.
space.
Yep. I just
Yeah.
chug drinks.
Casey has about
Yeah.
6 beers and 2 whiskeys every set, even if it's like
Literally
a
every
35-minute set.
I played the bass for a while, and the thing about being the bass player in the band is it's so heavy, man. So your shoulders start to hurt, and like you know, after time you start to realize it's not actually the bass that's making your back sore. It's from having to carry the
Carry
whole
the
fucking band on your shoulder.
Exactly.
Everybody else is getting shit faced, probably getting laid. Not the bass player. He has to be the responsible one, carrying all the weight. No, yeah,
The
fucking,
rhythm group, dude.
I'll be here all night. Fucking jokes.
Let's make up an origin story for Austin since he is not here.
Oh, this should be good.
So Austin,
I like it.
Austin
So,
hails from a
let's go.
small town called Mexico City, Mexico.
And when he was like 3 years old, he fell into a washing machine full of bleach. And then they pulled him out.
And
They
there
were
was a
surprised.
There was a guitar.
Yep.
And what did he
There-
play?
guitar.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, Paradise
N'
City. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
I didn't want to cut anybody off.
Man, that's sad. We don't know Austin's origin story.
I kind of do. Like, I remember like watching him at like Austin's been around for a while. Like, same kind of like he was like heavy into the metalcore scene though.
yeah, we're
Like-
all literally originally just played in metal bands. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Austin was like really in the metalcore scene. Like, I remember watching him play like Warped Tour and stuff. Like, he's been around, and I don't know. We've just known him forever.
Yeah,
But before that, I don't really know when he started or anything.
Mexico City when he was 3.
Mexico City with a guitar. A washing machine of bleach.
Yeah, we just fucking said that. We know when he started.
Yeah.
Just there. He's just there.
So
I don't
did
even know
did
why I
anybody
said
give
that.
off any inspirations I can't remember.
I don't think I
Alkaline
did.
Trio.
Yeah.
Alkaline, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
So
That's-
I was raised on like classic rock and like 90s country. So when I was starting to play drums, it was all like AC/DC, just super simple, learning how to not get off time, and then that kind of went into Guns N' Roses.
What era of AC/DC?
I like old school AC/DC. Bon Scott. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So-
sure.
I'm not, yeah. Bon Scott.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, I'm not arguing that one. And then Zeppelin's obviously my favorite band. John Bonham might be my favorite drummer of all time. There's Zeppelin posters and flags up here. I was like kind of gawking about it before the show.
He's
So
literally got it on his body.
yeah, I Zeppelin's great, man. So they taught me a lot, and then probably like middle school, I started getting into metal and kind of the trippy thing. So we were just talking about incarceration, and 3 bands on that show are Lamb of God, Slipknot, and Pantera, and those are literally the 3 bands that got me into metal. Like I would watch videos of Chris Adler, the original drummer of Lamb of God, and just be like gawking over him trying to play it. So that's kind of humbling for me, to say the least. But then kind of spiraled into metalcore, beatdown, hardcore, and so I'm really all over the place. I listen to a little bit of everything. But the influences for this band, I'd say for me personally, I love Motorhead. Lemmy is God, for sure. And then there's a good bit of AC/DC influence in our stuff too, I'd say.
Definitely.
And then there's this weird like
Zeke.
hardcore. Yeah, Zeke's one of my favorite bands of literally all time.
For sure, Zeke.
So yeah, there's like almost like a little bit of like a hardcore influence, but it's this weird balance where you like have to this line we have to walk, because if we get too heavy, we're gonna lose the marketable fans. But if we get too soft or not edgy enough, we're gonna lose the metal fans. So but yeah, so that's probably all my influences.
But that's also like a really cool thing that we got. Obviously, we're a rock and roll band, straight up, no bullshit rock and roll. But like we fit like in that. So like for example, we went and play. It's called Shide's Diesel Extravaganza. This is literally just like a big wild diesel redneck truck show, dude. We literally got to play on a fucking pulling track and everything like
Yeah, it
this,
was
right?
cool.
So like we can go play stuff like that, like rednecks, country people, whatnot. I guess that's what you can say. But they eat that shit, but we can go play the mel and everything like that, punks, metalheads, and shit like that, and they eat that shit up as well.
Yeah,
So that's like a really cool, versatile thing that we actually got too. So
for sure.
That's cool. How much you pay for that?
not a lot.
For Shides.
We're also playing I'll just like say this right now. We have some other fests coming up. Some are not released. But we're also playing a Harley Davidson rally, the
Yeah.
big one in
Youngstown.
outside of Pittsburgh,
Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio. That's gonna freaking rule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just basically a big biker rally that they have like every year and whatnot. And then they basically they have live entertainment, but it's at a Harley Davidson too.
Bikers love
It's
us.
gonna be freaking
Oh, at
wild.
one of their dealers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of their
Actually-
like
Yeah,
get together things. Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. Like another thing around Blue Ridge, I forgot about. We released a song called Drive, and it got put on the Sons of Anarchy playlist on Spotify.
Mhm.
And that's another thing that like helped us like blow up.
Full
It was like-
circle.
It just
man.
like
Yeah.
people were like digging that song.
Yes.
Are we saying influences?
I think
'Cause
so
the
still.
Alkaline
Yeah, I
Trio-
think we gotta go off track.
I'm really I
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to get back on. I'm really into like a lot of 90s stuff, like super into like Snapcase,
get some bass.
Snot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alkaline Trio, obviously, like old Alkaline Trio.
We both
Like-
love Third Eye Blind, but that's not really like an influence for the
We
band.
still
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
still
like
play it at
that's like a
practice,
guilty
yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like Alkaline Trio too. The thing with them is I had the Good Morning CD, and then I was like, "Oh, I love this," and then I went back and listened to like their albums before that, and I was like, "This is even better."
Oh yeah.
And so like, yeah, but definitely still Alkaline Trio. I don't know. I'm into pretty much any. I really like 90s is definitely my favorite era.
You play a lot like Lemmy does, though. Like obviously, like you're, one
Yeah,
of your
for
three
sure.
piece and
Like
everything.
playing bass for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd say I'll say like all-time influences, I guess. But I would definitely say Red Hot Chili Peppers, number one. Number one, dude.
Show him the chest.
I got him on my body.
This is so ridiculous.
Better not let Bake from Sundown see that either. If I can give me shit. Dude, so
Dude,
them,
look at my chest. It literally
yeah.
says Sundown right now.
nice.
So we made right.
Them definitely System of a Down. I still listen to them like through and through to this day. Then I'd say
The band's so good.
Pantera, man. Pantera, like just thinking back, like further back, I actually told our manager this story the other day. I'm just gonna tell the story about how I found Pantera now. Dude, so one summer I mowed the absolute shit out of some fucking grass to go on a junior high trip to Washington, D.C., dude. I think I was like 12, maybe 13 years old. But I remember we were on this bus and it was like a school trip. So there was like a ton of kids and everything with us and everything too. I remember we were driving past the place where they print money or whatever, like where they print the paper money. I can't remember what the hell that thing is called.
The money printing factory.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Exactly. But I remember we were driving past that and Cowboys from fucking Hell. I remember it was Tyler Meek. Tyler Meek, if you're watching this, thank you. But dude, and we're literally driving past that, dude, and Cowboys from Hell comes on. I mean, just blaring, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? And I was like, can I get like when you shared earbuds and shit like that back in the day? No, wait, like the headphones, but you flipped them outside or whatever, dude. But I was like, dude, this is the fucking shit. So literally right when I got home from that trip, I sat down and played fucking Pantera like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Hostile, dude. Hostile. Domination. All them bands. Or songs, I mean.
Pixie says, see you guys at Ink. Right on, Pixie. We're playing
Uh-huh.
pretty early on Friday, so if you come through, we'll say what's up.
Yeah, man.
And that's where is that at?
Mansfield, Ohio, so it's like
Yeah.
right between Columbus and Cleveland.
I agree. I literally like.
Are you from Mansfield?
I'm from Ashland.
Oh, okay.
So if we
Oh,
were
that's
going
that.
to shopping, we were going to Mansfield.
Right on.
Really?
Okay.
Heck
Yeah, it's at the Reformatory right
Yeah,
there. They like
dude.
put on a fest right outside of it.
Like,
It's pretty cool.
like an old school prison. Me and Mike actually.
It's
went
not the one
last
from
year.
Shawshank Redemption.
It
is,
is. It
yeah.
is, dude.
I've been there
Yeah.
a couple times.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Right
Andy
next.
Dufresne.
I do declare.
That's yeah. They actually did like open casting for that, and I know like a bunch of people that are in the film, basically,
That's so
Heck
sick.
kind of, because I could have signed up, but I didn't.
You should. You should.
You're like, oh, that movie's probably gonna stink, and it comes out, it's like a fucking legendary ass
I,
movie. Like,
I was late to the party. Like
Yeah.
there were kids in my school that were in it, and I was like, "How the hell did you do that?" They're like, "There's this thing." I was like, "The
That's
thing?"
pretty cool.
I missed
Where
the
is
thing.
this thing?
That's pretty sick.
There needs to be more film shot in Indiana. Like it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
flat here, you know.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
believe it or not, there was one just filmed in it was probably last summer, but there was a I think it's literally called Runner. I'm not even sure if it actually came out, but I remember like I said, I'm from small town, nothing but like cornfields, maybe 200 people max.
Hmm.
And there's people coming out in like literally big ass like tour buses, whole camera crews, the whole 9 yards, you know what you would see. And everybody's like freaking out. There was literally like I'd say like 30, 40 cars just lined up to watch them just film this movie.
Watch it was like actually a porno.
Yeah.
And Cody and his family are just sitting there watching it, like, oh, this movie's gonna be great. What is it? Like the new James Bond? Like, no, it's fucking Girls Gone Wild 19 or whatever.
Like literally small town Indiana, and there's just a movie crew.
That's
out of
crazy.
nowhere,
I forgot about
Dude.
that.
Dude, Wasey's mom is in that movie. She's
Linda!
literally- Yeah.
Linda!
Dude. That's fucking crazy. I just forgot about that. She played like I think she played like the mom in the movie. Yeah, it's supposed to come out on Amazon Prime, but I don't know if it's actually out there. But apparently it's called Runner.
I'm not
So-
gonna watch it.
I don't care.
We're protesting.
I
I'm
it.
just being honest.
I was just thinking about movies, dude, and that's just what came to mind.
Hell yeah.
They need to make a movie about Linda and Wasey.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be a
Oh,
movie.
that'd be a big hit.
That'd be
Next
a hit.
subject.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Next question.
Is it time to show up one of our next gifts here
Sure.
out of the bag of gifts? In case
yeah,
you want to
full.
present it.
We present this to Shep, please.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh.
There you are. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's taco sauce.
Yeah, we'll do another gift soon.
Yeah, the cheese is mine. Don't.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Oh.
Chug like it's freaking whiskey, dude.
I love
Oh,
that.
Wow.
That was probably the coolest shit
When
I've
in
ever
Rome.
seen.
Best,
Like I love taco sauce, but I don't know if I would do that.
best gift he's gotten today.
Yeah.
It's original.
today.
Today.
It's Ortega.
Oh.
So where were we?
Influences.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So what's your favorite show that you guys have played? And you can all hopefully choose
Oh,
Now let's-
man.
Let's leave festivals out as let's think
the one
fair.
that involves
like,
LSD.
the ones that we put together.
Honestly, I liked recently Mulligan's in Grand Rapids was
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
Went on a weekend run with Sundown. Like a 3 day.
Similar,
3
yeah.
days. Played in Grand Rapids. That place was packed.
Yeah.
We've never played there
Never
before. That
played
was
there before.
sick.
Yeah.
People showed
The bar
the
was.
fuck up.
I think the bar is like the nation's top seller of PBR or something.
Yeah.
And like there's a sign on the door when you're
Yeah, it
walking in,
is.
and I was like, okay. And they got like a touch tunes thing, so I played Thin Lizzy for like 3 hours. It was a good time. Everyone had fun. My favorite show probably
And then any show at the Mel. I
Any
have to
show at the
say that,
Mel, yeah.
honestly. Just any. That's like
Right.
home.
This last show you
That's
guys
so
played, you guys
That was
kept me
fun.
busy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, well, I'm doing this.
Yeah, dude,
We-
that was fun.
We've never played punk rock night, by the way.
You are though. You
Right
are.
on, dude.
Sick.
Aren't
Thank
you?
you.
Aren't you booked
Not yet. I don't
for a
think.
PRN?
Not that I know.
Are you
of.
playing on a Friday then?
We mainly
in a couple
do
months?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
talking-
Fridays. Mainly do
Four-
Fridays.
Yeah, believe me when I say I book shows like way out.
Well, yeah. Well, we would love
You
to
have
play.
to-
punk
yeah.
rock night,
We'll fucking
I'm
do it,
pretty
dude.
sure. I'm pretty sure you guys are playing there. But
us when and where,
if
dude.
you're
Fuck
not,
it.
I will.
I've got in my
Oh,
calendar 420.
Let's just consider it joined. All right.
I would love to
It's
play
been
punk
decided.
rock night. First thing, if I search Mel on my calendar, is a
21st.
Friday, the 21st. Village Elder, couple
Yeah,
bands
yeah.
from New York, Card Reader, Secondhand Soul. So it's a 4-band bill at the Mel,
That's the day after 420. Cody, you gonna be good for that?
and that's
I'll
we
probably be
have
still
we have
going,
shows
dude.
after that as well.
Yeah.
We're doing a little run with this band Card Reader.
Yeah.
From New York. So then we're playing Grand Rapids the next day at Turnstiles Bar. And then we are playing in Milwaukee. That's our first time playing in Milwaukee.
Dude, we're filling that van full of fucking cheese, dude.
And I don't know the venue.
Full of cheese? Is that what you
Dude,
said?
that's what
Heck
Milwaukee's
I
yeah,
don't think
dude.
I've heard a
known for, man.
bad story about any venue in Milwaukee. I haven't been, but
I wanna-
Sick.
Never mind. That's Flint, Michigan. Never mind. I was thinking the
That's
no, like I was thinking of the machine shop. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Or
Oh,
not. That's
yeah.
an iconic venue, like of Flint, Michigan
Machine
there.
shop,
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
Michigan.
all
Let's
right.
go up to Flint, Michigan and fill that van full of water.
Hey,
Just dirty water.
Speaking of
They'll
Grand
probably
Rapids,
they probably pay you by the gallon too.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
just fill up the whole van. We'll give you 10 grand. It's
Yeah,
like
just dirty.
okay.
dirty.
Probably get
dirtiest
some kinda,
water
like,
you've ever seen.
tax on the
Do that
way
a couple
back in
times.
Indiana for dirty water.
Yeah, they don't mind the marijuana that was purchased over there. They don't want the dirty
No.
water coming back in.
I'm cool with that, man.
Yeah. Speaking of Grand Rapids, though, Nick Baldwin, what's up, my man? What day are we in Grand Rapids? The 22nd, Casey?
Yes.
Is that right?
22nd
Of April? Okay, cool.
of April.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick, you better be there
Yeah, we're going to have beef if you're not.
or else.
Really?
Favorite show of mine?
the beef?
Yeah.
Favorite show of mine might be Fort Wayne at Pierre's with
Oh yeah,
Blackheart
Dude,
Saints.
that was a
forgot
really
about that.
fun
That was
one,
a
man.
Thursday night. There was like a couple hundred people.
Yeah. So Blackheart Saints
That
is
was
this like
wild.
modern rock band from Texas. We played with a couple times. First time at the Mel on like
Yeah.
a weekday or something like that. Dude, we just hit it off. Super great guys. Went out to the bar afterwards. Had a handful of drinks.
Went to like
Went to
Thunderbird,
the
right?
Jazz bars
Yeah.
and shit, dude.
We went to a bunch of bars, but
Yeah, I don't remember where we ended up. But anyways, so we linked back up with them this past summer at Pierre's up in Fort Wayne on a Thursday. And like Casey was saying, it was irrationally packed for a
Packed,
Thursday. And that's just kind of a cool feeling, like not our hometown, off, like kind of an off day, and going up there and having like a great draw, selling a bunch of
Yeah.
merch, and hanging out with some fans up there. So
Just a cool venue altogether too.
Yeah.
That place was super sick.
hell yeah.
Yeah, because there's like Pierre's main room and then there's Stan's room.
Mhm.
So when you get that many people in Stan's room, which is just like the, I don't know, metal and hardcore punk rock place, like that's packed over there. It's like a smaller room.
Compared to that big one, that's for damn sure. Yeah, they
Those
have,
are always super fun shows.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tight space,
man.
packed in.
One is like kind of like obviously always the goal is try and get like the big like so we did like Blue Ridge and everything. But I love playing those like smaller venues like
Yup.
that because
Yeah.
it's just a more like intimate show and it's just easier to
That's
just
our
go
vibe.
shoot the shit with people and
Yeah,
everything.
we
For
played
sure.
at Blue Ridge. I've got some beefs with Blue Ridge. We brought a cooler on
Whoa.
stage, and they're like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is a
This
cooler
is
full of
beer."
beer." What do you mean? What is this? And then I freaking throw a beer to my buddy on the stage. They're like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Okay." And then he turned around, the stage manager, and then I threw another one. They're like, "Don't do that again, or you're not gonna play." And I was like, "Okay." So then I threw
Yeah.
another
we
one.
started.
So we threw it out to the crowd. Yeah,
It was
we're
like,
the only band.
Do you
with,
really want all
we were
these
the
people
only-
yelling at you if you're like Southbound Beretta is not gonna play? We're
Yeah.
throwing a beer out. Like,
I mean,
no,
our
they did
homies
not
were
want
thirsty.
That.
Yeah,
They did not want that.
yeah, dude,
People
that
would
was
have been
funny.
mad.
We were
Only
the
band on the fest with the cooler beer on
cooler beer.
stage.
They're like, "What is this?" I'm like, freaking
Beer.
cooler full of beer. It's hot.
Thought this was America. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. It's taking me everything not to do it. The fucking fuck it, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, this is America.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Park. You guys watch South Park?
Oh yeah,
Bits
seen
and
every
pieces.
episode.
They're on like season
Hey,
4,800 right
literally.
now,
Yeah.
man.
Holy shit.
Cody, I'm right there with you, bro.
What's that?
I'm right there with you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
I own all the seasons on DVD.
I have been
Fuck
watching.
yeah.
Heck yes.
I have been watching King of the Hill recently.
Oh yeah.
Same
Did you
here.
see that they found someone to pick up the new season? It's Hulu.
No.
New
Oh, really?
season, Hulu. Yeah, like officially.
Freaking wild, dude.
Eventually, there just won't be any more broadcast television.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
be
everything's
limited.
streaming.
That's how I watch my football, man.
They're like, we're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
just save money now. Fuck this shit. Fox needs to get on their shit though. If you watch
For real.
football, like what the
Yeah.
fuck, man.
For real.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Fox.
And then the Amazon Prime stuff with Thursday Night Football this year. Like,
Yeah, everybody. I feel like everybody has Prime, you know.
right. Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't that mad about him to go out and
No,
get it,
like-
but I was just like, this is. I think that's just the way it's
I literally
going.
only got
If
that.
not, then try to get access to it from somebody else. That way you can have their Amazon shit.
Oh yeah, and just keep it. Yeah.
Like when did I order this extra large container of mayonnaise? What the fuck? Fucking I'm joking though. Fuck Fox though, man. Like you gotta like legit. If you can't even watch the fucking game,
For real.
I don't fuck.
Unless you want to pay like $80.
No,
Like I think I did the free trial. But I also the only reason I bought that Amazon Prime was to watch football.
Paramount, man.
So-
Just borrow
For
that
sure.
I did-
password. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
that's the thing. I bought that shit
Oof.
too. I was like, it's probably pretty bad, but I bought like every single like stream service besides Fox. So fuck Fox, like you said. But I got to watch every other get CBS, dude. And that's where it's at.
Yeah, Paramount. What?
Cody, big
We get
spender.
paid, by the way. All these every time we say their name, we make like
Paramount.
15
Paramount.
cents in trademark infringement and slander. You get
Nom, big
sued.
dog.
Don't ever talk about us. So, do you guys have a like? Obviously, y'all. Okay, it doesn't have to be the specific Southbound Beretta, but like, what is like the most atrocious or ridiculous or funniest shit that went absolutely wrong on a fucking show? Like, did I elaborate that well?
Yeah.
Talk
Lacey?
about
I think so, yes.
no, dude. Talk about freaking
Just a little bit.
sushi bar,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this story about me.
Louisville.
Yeah, so we
Right?
played at a
Kaiju.
down in
I couldn't think of
Louisville.
it. Yeah, Kaiju.
It's like a sushi bar by day, and then at like 4 it turns into just a bar, but they have like the pre-made sushi rolls that you can go up and buy. So I was like, yeah, sushi sounds okay. You know, it's 97 degrees outside. That sounds like a good idea. And so
we were smashing. Sushi.
we each have a couple rolls. And mind you, I'm in horrible shape at this time. Like I have
didn't-
zero cardio, zero fucking anything. So
I did
we
not
get up on
touch a
stage.
single fucking piece of that sushi. I love
Oh,
sushi.
yeah.
I did not. Thank
I
God.
did.
So
But go ahead.
we end up playing probably like an hour set at this place, and it's pretty late. And towards our like second or third to last song, I'm like, I'm about to throw up. Like heat exhaustion and sushi, like hold on yards. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So like we end the second to last song. I remember I turned around to Cody. I'm like, hey, I'll be right back. And I just like hit my
Literally
tuner.
went to the mic.
And
He's like,
one
gotta-
second.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
It probably
And
looked
he
like
just
I was like
left.
hammered. I just
Literally
like
just
sprinted to the
left.
bathroom and like the stalls closed, and I'm like trying to make myself get sick and into the trash can and stuff. It wasn't happening. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I drink a little water, thought it passes. Get back up stage, and we end with Southbound, and we usually do like a super long solo during our last song. And right before the solo, I don't even turn around to the guys. I'm like, it literally. I
It's
turned around.
happening.
I turned around and looked at Cody. I'm like, like on stage as I'm still playing this riff.
Yeah, he was thrown
And
up.
Cody's like, dude, don't. I'm like,
I was like, please miss the drums.
so like the second we hit the last note, I hit my tuner. I just run outside, and it was bad, dude. And then like Casey's like, thank you everyone for coming tonight. And I'm just like out back. And then I like literally was out there for like 10 minutes. It was probably heat exhaustion in hindsight, but
Nah,
heat
it was
exhaustion
sushi.
with sushi, with a couple whiskeys,
Dude,
probably
bro.
isn't doing anything.
Both these guys had shit coming out both ends. I feel like, didn't you?
No, that was
Probably.
good actually.
I always have shit
Dude,
coming
I
out both
just,
ends.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
could tell they were all fucking miserable though, and I was so glad I went with that quesadilla they had. Something about seeing sushi in plastic, man. I don't trust that shit, and thank God I did not that day.
Cody, you're probably thinking of when we played at Doom Room in Lafayette, and Austin was getting me those like whiskey
Red
off-brand energy drink,
Probably.
and I was like,
Oh boy.
I got like sick,
Yeah,
like
Case,
sick while we were playing.
we ended the set a little short too, and Casey's like, dude, I gotta stop. And I like, no questions asked.
I
I'm like,
literally
no
couldn't
worries.
stand up.
We're done.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I was
so-
like, I literally laid down on the stage for like a while,
Yeah.
and it just was playing. Like, and then I got back up. I was like, dude, I feel freaking sick again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Austin.
And then
Off-brand
for
energy drink, because I know it wasn't that whiskey.
yeah.
There ain't no way.
for a little while from summertime into fall, we all started getting wireless systems, and I would run around and go, drink drinks at the bar and stuff, and run outside or whatever, just all over the place. And can't reiterate
Smoking
enough how
cigs.
bad my cardio is right now, and especially then. So after every single show, I would just be getting sick, and people like they were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I just need to get back to the gym, I think. But yeah, literally for like 6 shows straight, I would go out and have big pukey.
Nice.
Yeah, it sucked.
Okay.
Dude, I say
Next subject.
well, I got a good one. It's that Muncie.
Okay.
That first time we played in Muncie.
Oh,
Be here now.
Muncie.
Dude, I literally had I had a fucking cyst on my
Scumsy.
ass. Like a legit, like a
Oh.
big ass cyst, dude. That was just the most fucking painful fucking thing.
I forgot.
But I remember,
about
I think
that.
it like literally burst. It's pretty fucking gruesome, I know. But it literally burst while we were playing. And I remember that was like the most fucking pain. That was the biggest pain in the ass I've had in my fucking life.
Here you guys are thinking we're gonna be like, oh yeah, our aunt blew, or like the cops got
No.
called, and we're talking about throw up and cysts on
Yeah,
our
yeah.
butts.
Dude, I remember
Sorry.
I was wearing blue jeans though, and I sat at the merch table the rest of the night. It literally looked like I took shit in my pants, but it was actually a fucking cyst.
Next subject.
Wow.
Yeah, the show must
Did you
go
save
on.
the pants?
No, those bitches got thrown the fuck out. I remember it was like cold as fuck. Shorts, dude.
It was probably the nastiest smelling cyst.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit was rancid.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That was the bit. Yeah, that was the worst pain in the ass thing I've had. on this show.
Dear Lord.
Well,
All
I guess
right.
it didn't really go bad. I mean, the show still went on, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we killed it. You just had a fucking bust ass cyst on your ass.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite venue? Like you guys like to like? I know that sucks, but
Yeah, the mouth.
if you-
We like to play them out a lot.
Yeah.
We just like every time we play there, it's like one of them venues. It just feels like home. It's weird, you know. It's
Yeah.
like literally So like where I'm at, it just feels like a punk rock version of this bar called the Long Branch, and that's like a just Midwest
Yep.
Love the Long
cowboy
Branch.
dive bar, but this one's punk rock. Same
Yeah.
exact feel. Everybody's cool. I don't think I've ever had like a problem like running into that place. Everybody that runs it is also super cool too. So
Wait,
Yeah.
was it this podcast that we were on at the mill?
we walked into it.
Yeah, and we
that's
didn't
right.
know it. That's a funny story. Cody and I
Yeah.
were high,
Fuck,
and we
dude.
didn't know you guys were
Oh,
recording.
I'm sure we were too.
And so we walk out to the smokers lounge at the mill, and Cody's like lighting up a cigarette, and we like sit down that little round table, and you guys start asking us questions, and we're just like,
What are you asking?
and we're like, bro, like
Fucking
we're all down to meet friends or anything, but like, why are you asking us so many questions?
What's going on?
And so we're just like looking back and forth at each other, and then like you put like a mic or a camera in front of us. I'm like, what is happening, bro? And so Cody and I are just looking at each other like, you want to go back inside or whatever? And then finally,
I
like,
was like, I kind of want a pretzel, dude. Or something like that, dude.
dude, yeah,
something like that.
that was the only time I was on a podcast where I had literally no idea. But you guys did clear it up probably after 30 seconds, but it sounded like an hour.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a good thing we did.
You guys like, this is going downhill fast.
Right.
We're just like,
I don't even remember what show that was.
Was that the Big Gorgeous show?
Big Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Gorgeous.
and
love
Sick the
them.
Ripper, right?
I love them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever shot at a venue, and that's because like my band got that show booked after I had scheduled that date, so we just.
Oh, I got
Moved it
you.
over
That's,
there.
yeah.
But it was who were we? I can't remember. I can't remember who the original guest was.
There, we did have an original guest, and I, for whatever reason,
Yeah,
can't remember why they.
it was cool though. It was so
I don't remember
fun.
seeing anybody.
Yeah, I hope we didn't
I-
ruin
So
it.
no.
All
By
the
the
comments
way,
are
by
like,
the way,
"LOL, look at these stoners."
you can, if you want, you could go. It's on our YouTube channel. I think it was
Right
It was back when it was warm out. Shit,
it was
Yeah.
sometime
it
in
was
like
early
May,
summer or something.
May or
Yeah.
Oh, I was at my old house.
Yeah.
That may have been like,
The
I can't
yeah,
remember.
all the well, I took an English class today, but all the people from Big Bird just like hit us up or 'cause
Yeah.
we played with them I think the year before, and when they seen they were coming through, I was like, fuck it, let's go hang out.
Yeah.
See what these guys went up to
Love
and whatnot.
them. They're such cool people.
Yes, dude, their performance though, I had no idea what I was getting myself into when we first played with them. But like they're such good people, and like it was like a funny, but some of their tunes were like actually catchy. Like really remind me
Oh,
of
hell
like
yeah.
what was it?
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound
Yeah.
Gang, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, the first time we played with him, Cody was just standing there like what is
What is
going
going
on, man? Because
on,
it's like
man?
all theatrical and all that, you know.
That was a fun night too, dude. There's a freaking picture of Kate. Like we all got a picture together. There's a picture of Casey. He's just, I mean, like 3 sheets to the wind, just fucking gone. He was-
Casey?
yeah, dude. I got
My
you know, this-
my favorite picture of me at the Mellow is where I'm like in the crowd, but my butt cheeks are out. Like my pants are just down at my ankles.
And then this another
And
show.
everyone in front of me has no idea. And
Another
then
show we
Cody
were
took a
playing at the
picture.
Mill. The opener was playing, and Casey's a couple whiskeys deep, and he takes his shirt off and he's just rolling around like this as the opener's playing. And like Dave's at the bar and just looks over and he's like, "What the hell is that kid doing?"
I want to tell my favorite Dave story. Like one of our maybe the first time we ever played at the Mel. Dude, it probably was. But like we had like people rolled out. That place was nuts to butts, dude. And we're
Nuts to
like,
butts.
everyone only order Miller Lite. Everyone only order Miller Lite. Like it was like a joke. And then Dave, like only halfway through the night, he's like, "Attention, Melody Inn. Southbound Beretta has sold us out of Miller Lite." Like literally, it was gone.
Shout out to
That's
my
awesome.
father and AJ McCool
They drank like
and Marco
45
Brown. Yeah,
between the two of them.
yeah,
But yeah, that's like, it was so funny.
That's a lot of beer, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beer.
You still haven't met McCool. He'll put it back.
Yeah, I met him.
Oh no, we were
literally-
talking to Austin. That's right.
It was yeah.
One of the
Like
street
literally
fest.
the first
thing.
time
Yeah.
we like literally all hung out was the day I met McCool.
Mhm.
It was at that like it was the day after you guys played that racetrack.
Oh, Carb Day.
Carb day.
Yeah.
Carb day.
Oh yeah, that was cool too. We played Carb Day once.
Oh yeah.
That was like
Is that like the car day over on the west side?
Yeah,
it,
dude.
it was
500.
so they did
Before
like
the
You guys
5.
fucking played everywhere.
Yeah, dude. That's
We're
right.
trying.
Dude.
it wasn't
awesome.
inside
I
the
bought
track, to be
marijuana there
fair.
once.
It was
Yeah.
car day on Main Street.
Yeah, they have like a
It counts.
music on Main. Yeah,
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
Pete, that was
cool.
wild. It was like pouring down rain, but we just had an easy up. And every time a beer cart came by, they knew like we were a band playing later. They're like, "You guys need some beers?" And we're like, "Yeah." Like every
Yes.
time, they
That's
just give us a
awesome.
ton
Yeah.
of beers.
Meanwhile, we snuck in like a half gallon of whiskey, thinking that
yeah,
we'd
dude.
be set, and then
We tagged like it was
Southern
SoCo.
Comfort,
It was
yeah.
SoCo.
Yeah.
And there's like this picture. We had Josh Randolph filling in on drums because we've never had a drummer until Cody. But Josh Randolph from
shots
Sequoia.
fired again.
Josh Randolph from Sequoia is filling in on drums, and we're just like holding this SoCo up. I remember like we tagged them and then they like shared it or something. I don't remember. But that was sick. It was
Sponsor
like a
us,
sick
SoCo.
picture.
For
I need to
real.
go back and find that. We're just holding like an almost empty bottle of SoCo by the track.
It was like 6 p.m. and we played at like 9 or something.
It was raining.
Yeah,
There
and then
was,
when
like,
it started
nothing.
raining, that's when they gave us the free beers too. So we were good and
Dude.
toasty when we got up on stage.
It was like pouring rain.
Yeah,
It was miserable. And we had to play like the rain stopped. They're like, okay, set up and start playing. And then it started
boy.
raining. Like we were supposed to play for like 45 minutes. Started
hours.
raining at 2. Oh my God,
Yeah.
really?
because we had all
It
those
started
covers.
raining
yeah.
at like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we had to cut it
And
short.
we just had to like stop.
Yeah.
It was like pouring. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just remember though the next day, like that was the first day I met you. I can't remember. It was like another little shindig that they had.
Indie
somewhere.
Musician Street Fest or something
Yeah,
like that.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember what it was, but I remember we all got pretty hammered in that bar. It was like it was like in the basement of a church or some shit.
I can't remember. It
Was
was
it?
something like that. Yeah,
I don't think it was a church, but it looked like a church.
that'd be a
But I
pretty.
just remember we got
interesting
pretty
church.
hammered down in that bar, and I remember we were like closing up, and so we got these like racks for merch. And this is like one of my first real experiences with Casey. Casey grabs this fucking rack, dude, and just spinning around in fucking circles with this big ass. I'm talking. This thing's probably like 10
I
foot.
literally don't remember this.
This thing like 12 foot long, and he's just standing there, just swinging this shit around. He's like, "I don't care if anybody gets hit. I'm still doing it." Something
Heck
like
yeah.
that.
I remember that.
That
There's
sounds
literally-
like me.
Literally kids running around, but
Yeah,
nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt.
we can't
But-
take us anywhere.
That was like my first real memory of just Casey. But
It sounds somewhat familiar, but I don't remember that.
oh,
All right. So
All right.
we're gonna segue right out of that. Where do we go from here, Paulie? I'm at a loss. No, I do. We do want to get with specifics. So,
All right, so 3 years old and getting pulled out of a bleach bath from
A washing machine.
A washing machine
Yeah,
full of
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
what is it? Garden tub? Fucking what is it?
It may have been a
Uh,
garden tub. We weren't there. Austin's our age,
obviously.
so yeah.
yep. Austin
Automatically
wasn't there
comes comes out with the guitar.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pretty decent origin story.
Yeah.
I feel like, because he's sitting over in the corner, we can
Yeah.
we definitely got the
Sure.
real deal from him. No, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, Eruption by Eddie Van Halen. That's the first song he played.
I will say, having Austin as an addition, even though he's not here, having Austin as an addition to the group, I feel like has made us sound like just having a fourth member now makes us sound like
More
just
full.
a stronger freaking unit pretty well compared to a three-piece. Like, obviously, we're tight as a three-piece, but just having that second guitar player, honestly,
Oh, I'll show
goes
you
a-
tight.
goes a long way. And I've never played in a band with two guitar players ever. So
Really?
jamming with Austin the first time, I was like, that's it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Like, it was good, man. Like
Cody approves.
it was like another one of them situations like me and you. When we jammed, dude, it just felt like it was right. Like it was natural, and that's extremely hard to fucking come by.
absolutely.
Especially when you can make cool rock and roll tunes, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm sure y'all would agree. The hardest part about having a band and sticking to it and sticking it out. It's all about the people that you work with.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
And,
and who you surround yourself with too.
because it's essentially like a family. There's gonna be times where you're like mad at each other. There's gonna be times where you have some of the best moments of your life. But ultimately, if you don't get along, you just don't get along.
You just don't.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find those people and just
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're super fortunate to have that. We're all like legitimately best friends. You know what I mean? And
then that's the thing too. Like we can, like if something we don't agree with something, we can say that to each other.
Yeah.
That's like the thing. That's like that's really hard to come by. That way you can actually talk to somebody civilly about a situation and then come together, make it better.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the situation is,
No.
Right on.
F you. Hard no.
Hard no. Yeah, we're just tight. We're friends, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't you guys have a
you got the
single
vagina symbol
coming out
behind me.
soon?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Not this Friday, but the next, February 10th.
February 10th.
We have a single coming out. It's called 2 for 1. It's about a not fully truthful story. It didn't actually happen, but
I did.
it's long story short, it's about fighting your way to having a threesome. And because people oftentimes encourage us to a lot of things in music are about writing non-super abrasive agreeable lyrics, and we're like
all our songs are about fighting and
drinking.
Party.
drinking and
Yeah.
Just a good time. Just
Yeah.
a good time just in general too. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So instead of going with the flow of writing songs about whatever and trying to make the radio, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a song about a threesome. And so it's gonna be pretty rock and roll. Yeah. So
Yes.
it was the first song, or one of the first songs we wrote with Austin. With
it's a banger. Best
on guitar,
thing
yeah.
by far.
We're
Like if
super
you're a
excited.
fan, if you're a fan of any of our old stuff, it's best song by far
You're gonna enjoy
that we're
it.
gonna
Yeah.
release.
We're super
I
proud of
promise
it.
you.
Yeah, we we really loved Fighter and Auburn Red that we put out last summer,
Mhm.
but that whole recording process with Cody just joined the band, it was a little rushed. It
Yes.
was really Casey and I writing the songs and then throwing Cody in to record drums on it. So it wasn't really authentic, and I mean we love those songs, we still play them live and
Yes.
everything. But 2 for 1 is really the start of us being more of a cohesive unit.
Especially
and
a
we're
unit.
stoked. Yeah, as a 4-piece, exactly. Yeah, and like for guitar players out there, I'm obviously a huge Thin Lizzy fan. Anyone that knows me, and love harmonizing guitars, and as just a 3-piece, that was always something you literally can't do without a pedal, and pedals still can be finicky. So literally the first song, I'm like, awesome, we're writing a solo that harmonizes. So like it kind of goes just like a normal, straightforward Southbound Beretta solo, and there's some harmonies there. For the probably last 3/4 of the solo. So we're super excited about it. It's a rocker.
It's a
So
straight
we hope you all
fucking
like it
rock.
too.
We'll release a teaser tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
can
awesome.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
can
it.
do that.
Oh, yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be really cool.
Actually, we were planning on that.
Yep.
Okay.
But I did forget about it.
Okay.
And my freaking memory is so shot. I would have forgotten. Hell yeah, teaser tomorrow. Thank you, Casey. Great idea.
Where is this teaser going to be?
Pornhub.
.com /
All of
Southbound
our-
Southbound
Beretta.
Beretta.
I thought that was fluffer.
Man, we gotta get on OnlyFans.
All of our social medias.
Literally.
to cover that,
Facebook,
yeah.
Instagram, potentially YouTube. Not TikTok, because they keep taking our potential teasers down. So TikTok, figure that out. Yeah, Casey, I'm gonna pee after you.
Wait, but I can't-
Willie, is
I
that my
can't
mother's
say-
favorite song? I don't think so. But she knows it's about a threesome. She came to our last show and I explained that before the song. So she probably, I like to think she closed her ears, earmuffs, like in
Right.
old school or whatever. So
Right. I get it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know how it goes.
Yeah.
Say what your mom used to yell at you in German when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, so my mom lived in Germany for like 9 years, 11 years. I'm not sure if she's in here, but she's gonna yell at me for not knowing. And she's very stern and can be scary when needed, and she would say a German curse word. So if I ever have to yell at Casey, I do this, and it's a Jesus Scudus Vonderarachmol. And
Right
when
on.
your mother yells that at the top of her lungs, you about shit your pants, man. So I'll yell that at Casey, and I'm kind of Casey's mom at that point by yelling at him. The second he leaves to go pee.
I'll tell you what, while he's peeing, let's go ahead and do our we got a sponsored video from Punk Rock Night.
Right on.
Hey, let's do that.
Can I rock a piss too?
Yeah, dude.
You can rock a punk too, man.
Chop liver is
Wrong
Video. Well, that's it, guys.
Keeping it real.
Told you he's getting under 3.
All right. And here's a message from our sponsors at Punk Rock Night.
Looking for something to do Saturday night? Do you like punk rock? Well, look no further. Every Saturday night is Punk Rock Night at the Melody Inn. The best local, regional, and touring acts hit the stage every Saturday for an amazing time. Check punkrocknight.com for details, or follow us on all the social medias to get weekly updates on what's going on. Doors are 8 p.m., shows start at 9 p.m. It's a bar, folks, so you have to be at least 21 to join in on the fun. And hey, there's free parking. Plus, every Thursday we present the PRN Live Feed Show, where we talk about last week's show, preview this week's show, and announce all the big things we have coming up. Punk Rock Night, a proud sponsor of Chopped Liver.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
So, Mike's not here.
Oh, that's
You
okay.
guys want to just go ahead and spill the beans?
What kind you got?
All right. So,
Green beans, pinto.
what's if you favorite cover song that you all do?
Ooh.
Favorite cover song?
Oh,
One
favorite cover song?
one that we play.
Dude,
Go ahead.
I love playing Beastie Boys
Yes.
with Carter.
Seaton.
Carter Carter from Sundown. Carter from Stone Throats. I love saying that. Carter Seaton doing vocals. It's just so sick.
People like that Mel show. People ate that shit up too, dude. And it's like just another one that like everybody knows, man. Everybody.
Honestly, too, like one thing that we don't have any interest in this, but we could go play like a 3-hour cover set at a bar right now.
Yeah, but we
Literally right now.
So, if you had to choose one,
don't.
Dude, Fight for Your Right, Beastie Boys with
Carter
Carter
Seaton.
on vocals. Yep.
Hey,
what about you, Cuddy?
I really like that one, but the one that we've like just done ourselves was My Hero, Foo Fighters. That was a
Oh
really
yeah,
good
Wow.
one, dude.
for
Right.
Mike's
It's gotta be
buddy.
fun to play that drum part
Oh
there.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because also like the cool story behind that is Mike's buddy just like came back from the Air Force, so that's why we played it.
That was literally my first show with you.
Oh yeah,
guys,
up in
too.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Cover songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
favorite.
what's your
If you had to choose one.
We used to do "Ain't Talking About Love" by Van Halen.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot about that.
That one was
Yeah.
super
That
fun.
one was fun.
And it weirdly fits my voice better than you would think. Like I'm not like David Lee Roth by any means. I sing it just
But
as I
also like
would.
imagine the punk rock vibe, like
Yeah.
spin to it that we put on it. And then yeah, we should play that. We should play that again.
Yeah,
It's literally like
Yeah.
2 chords.
we played at that Kaiju show down in Louisville too.
Oh yeah.
That was it. That was
Yeah, and
everybody-
Cole and his brother sang it, right?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah, that's
We like-
right. Four
like
Big
to-
Pukey.
How do you know that many cover songs? That is so
Just
many.
From listening.
I'm
Mike-
mad that I know like 7, man.
Mike is well, here's the thing,
Just
like
kidding.
people
time.
like we're kind of that kind of band. I feel like at the Mel show someone threw out a couple songs, we just start playing them.
No, somebody gave us a round
Mike-
of beers. Round of
Mike
beers to
has
play.
Mike has like this crazy memory. So when that happens, and Cody just listens to a ton of music, and being a drummer, he just like, okay, I know how the song goes, and just makes stuff up or actually plays
Just
it.
goes.
But Mike's memory, like if someone's like, play this song, we're like, okay, and then Mike will look at me and he'll be like if it's Ain't Talking About Love, he'll be like A and G. And then I'm like, okay. And then we
Right
just
on.
can like play it because
Oh.
I'm just playing bass.
I know what you guys at the last Mel show.
Yeah.
a lady comes up to me and she's like,
Yeah,
you
what was
sound
that?
like Lane Staley. I'm like, no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking don't. Like I
Damn.
listen to Alice in
And so we
Chains,
went,
Love Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
Man in the Box. And I was like, this is gonna be horrible. So I need a full round of beers. And she just showed up like 30 seconds later. I'm like, oh shit.
guess
So
we're
we have to
doing
do
this.
this now. You know? But yeah, that one was fun.
That one was really fun. Yeah.
And
That
I mean,
was, like I said, that was literally on the spot too.
So, like,
Oh,
in other
yeah.
words, we don't really know all the songs. Mike kind of does. Like, he knows it, and then he can just, like, bullcrap his way through a solo, but he just tells me the, like, notes. And
Yeah.
then we just do it.
I'm super into like music theory stuff. G.G. Allen.
Throwing shit
Dude,
everywhere.
yeah.
Oh, there's so many comments.
Fucking A. I
I
can't see them, so sorry. if
Who do
there's
you know the
anybody
most
that says it's-
covers
See.
by? Me personally, I can probably play like almost every AC/DC song. But you know, they're not to discredit Angus. I love Angus and Malcolm, but they're a little more
It's the
simple.
same chords.
Yeah. Kick-Ass Van Halen tune. Ain't Talking About Love. Yeah. Other covers. We know a lot of Skinner.
G.G. Allen.
Yeah, we'll do random Skinner
Yeah.
for sure. Freebird, dude. Like when
we did
somebody calls
Freebird
Freebird, we
As a
fucking
joke,
play that
we just
shit.
start playing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And then people are like, wait, they're actually
They
doing
didn't.
it.
They
Like,
never expect it.
Yeah.
That's the funniest fucking.
at
shit.
least we take it from the tempo change. So
Yeah, we
it's,
only
it's
play
not,
the good part.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
full thing.
14 minutes long. It's 8 minutes long, you know?
Close enough.
Yeah, that's always fun though. I mean, at the end of the day, we're trying to go out, party, have a good time with our fans and our friends. And if someone wants to hear something and we might be able to pull it off,
We can
we're gonna give it a
bullshit, man.
try.
We can
Yeah,
bullshit it.
unless if you come up and like Dragon Force.
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
So
Unless you're like Guitar Hero expert, dude.
I always forget to ask this question, but I remembered today. What does Southbound Beretta come from? Like, what is the meaning?
I remember the story. Our original drummer, so we had a placeholder name that I just put the demos under, which I recorded out in Jersey. And our original drummer, we were kind of kicking around names. We weren't happy with the placeholder name.
And it's important to say that he worked on cars all the time.
Yeah. He was a mechanic and everything. And I just moved back. I'm on 65 South in Indy, sitting in traffic, and I'm like, man, this is such a burden. I like look down at the whatever it tells you which way you're going on the car. What are those things called?
GPS.
Anyways, yeah, I'm
The
going
compass?
south. The compass. The compass. Yeah. Words are hard. Words are hard.
Like, what is he talking
Yeah,
about?
and I'm like, man, it's such a burden. Like, this sucks. Like, oh, a southbound burden. And I was like, that's kind of got a decent ring to it. And I sent it out, and I think Casey was kind of vibing with it. And then the original drummer wasn't super stoked. And he's like, what about Southbound Beretta? And I was like, that's cool. It's kind of got a double
Like a
meaning
car,
with the
yeah,
car, with,
like a
with
car
the gun.
for Beretta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car or the gun. Take your pick.
So then we're like, let's put a gun in it and just offend people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally,
Yeah.
like literally.
I own a Beretta actually.
Very nice.
Vehicle or firearm?
It's a handgun. It's 9
Fuck yeah.
millimeter.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice.
I've
Yeah.
owned both, actually.
Really? Is it a
Yeah.
Chevy
I had
Beretta?
yeah.
Okay.
Chevy Beretta.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
don't
thought it
even
was
think they
a
make them
Ford.
anymore, but
Yeah, like 90s, like early
I had
I'm
a
an
90s.
96.
idiot.
Yeah.
Chevy Beretta.
and
Thank
then
you,
I
guys.
still have a Beretta
Fuck yeah.
also.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
yeah.
Like, you still have a Beretta?
Not the car.
Oh.
Nice.
Damn, like, let me borrow that bitch. Take it downtown, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I knew you had a fucking gun.
Oh, right, because
Beretta.
you're thinking about being in the market for a car.
I am in the market for a car. That's correct.
Yeah. Oh, you're not thinking about it. You're going to be in
I
it.
am definitely in the market for a car. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyways,
I hear they make them.
Sometimes.
somebody's Minnie chimed in. She wants to see my rash.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's like a horror movie right there.
I mean,
Speaking of,
showing my arms.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not stripping though.
Right
I should have
on.
brought tequila.
It's pretty rough.
I see a comment on here. Who do I contact for booking? You can just shoot us a message. Like,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
manager doesn't book anything. We book everything.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
Just shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram.
And then our website, Southbound Beretta Band. There's the rash.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It's like all
Yeah.
over.
You can literally.
That's
like,
chicken pox, man.
Well, I
It
guess
looks
this
like
is
it, but
on
it's not.
social
It's
media.
it's a weird psoriasis reaction.
Right on.
No shit.
Yeah, my immune system or something.
F that, man.
For real.
But yeah, there you go, Mindy.
But yeah, booking. We have our contact information, our email, and our manager's contact information on our website, southboundbrettaband.com. But if you're on Facebook or Instagram or anything, just shoot us a message, and that'll probably be the quickest.
Yeah, that's another thing too cool about that name.
Don't die,
Nobody
Chef.
else has it, dude. It's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
not
to come
even
by.
close like
Yeah.
that.
It sticks out
No,
on
man.
flyers. Like
Like,
these
literally-
festival flyers, it like sticks out.
Dude, you literally you Google Southbound Beretta, that is the only thing that will show up. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the gun or the car. We are the first thing that shows up. It's fucking that's like crazy. Because I feel like bands really sleep on their names. So you even go online nowadays, dude, and it's like everybody's kind of using like the same words, just changing up just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I feel like the band I've had some I guess like shitty band names, dude. But like I think the name, first of all, like before you even start tunes is like a big factor.
Yeah.
Especially like when you're trying to like reach out and everything like that. It's like you say Southbound Beretta. That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
They're
it
like,
is.
wait, what? Southbound Beretta.
It rings a
Yeah.
bell, you know. It's
What's
way
up?
way different than having a band with like glass in their name. I see that a lot. Hollow too.
Man,
Hollow
shots are getting
especially.
fired from these two.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Cody.
Sorry, but it's true.
Jeez. Well, anyways,
Cody,
Not
Cody.
saying that those bands are bad.
Cody,
The-
a
the-
comment for
I
you.
just like-
Putting the in your band name, everyone has the.
Cody, Heath Cat
The
says
Southbound Berettas.
Just doesn't have the same ring to it, you know?
See,
The
because
Southbound
that's what it
Berettas.
was, and then we dropped the.
Southbound Beretta.
Cody Heath Cat says
Wow.
good to see a Knox County guy on the pod.
Yeah, 812, baby. Let's go.
You know Heath, or is he just
Yeah, dude. So
Cool.
so I was in class with one of his sons, Kane Cat. He was a guitar player.
that's a dope name.
Yeah, he's a cool guy too. I haven't seen him in a long time, man. But he played trumpet in high school band together, and that's just how
Heck
we
yeah.
became friends. And then played in a band called Rollick. Now Rollick was one of the first bands that like I was friends with, going to school with, and like kind of like brought me more out to shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of get in the feel and everything. That's actually really where I got the spark of trying to be in a band too. Was rolling around with those guys. Like I remember
We need to show
I could tell you the moment that I was like, I want to play in a fucking band, dude. So this is back when like Christian metalcore was like a big thing,
Okay.
like probably like 2009, 10 era, somewhere in there. But dude, we went to it was a band called Dalamore. They're a Christian metalcore band.
Oh, yeah.
cool dudes, man. Still talk to those guys to this day. But I remember they were playing literally in the back of a church, having a metal show in the back of a church, dude.
Nice.
I was like, right then and there, I was like, I want to play in a fucking band, man.
Hell yeah.
It was
yeah.
super cool, dude.
You're sold.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I was like, I like this environment. I was like, I play drums. I was like, that's what I want to do.
That's what's up.
I don't really,
Mhm.
never really had like something else I wanted to do, you know?
Yeah.
Cody's
Like-
like, I want to play drums in the back of a church.
Specifically.
I have played
I have
drums in
too.
it. I played in a church for 5 years, man.
Shake it.
That's
There
out.
you
like, I
go.
guess I kind of like that was when I was like junior high and a little bit of high school too. That kind of like basically brought me into like the, I guess like breaking ground with playing in front of people and stuff like that. Like you go into like honestly a church, like some older people and whatnot, right? But like still playing in front of like 80 to 100 people once a week or whatever, you get like used to it. It's really weird. I know that's like a weird way of like going about it.
Oh,
but
no.
it's
Yeah, you're doing
facts.
art in front of people. That's a
Yeah.
different
Mhm.
thing. Also, Cody, we weren't laughing at you. We're scheming about
Oh,
our
sh-
next gift round.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
Ollie?
I seen
Alright.
it.
I would like to present to you
Uh-oh.
this Ken's Simply Vinaigrette Italian.
Yeah,
Cody,
put
please
that on your
present this
sandwiches.
Please present this to
And
Paulie.
then I have
You
one
do
of
not have to drink it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yes,
why
you
said
do.
that.
Thank you
have
for not
to.
making me drink this.
is anyone lactose
See how much is
intolerant?
in there? It's like
Oh, that's good.
3/4
That's
of the
good
bottle.
stuff too.
Yeah. Ooh.
You
No,
lactose
I have all
intolerant?
my
It's cold,
toes,
too,
dude. I have
man.
all my
All right,
toes. I'm
let's
good.
Oh yeah, it's cold
That's
as
a good
hell.
cooler, bud.
Here we have the Chi-Chi's mild salsa con queso. I don't think this is
What happened
open.
to all of our beers?
We drank them.
Dang
Do
it.
you got
Oh.
Bailey's?
Yeah, you want Bailey's?
Oh, you can always
I
shoot
want a car
Bailey's.
bomb.
There you go, man. You don't have to shoot that either. We literally were just rating my fridge.
Everything he gets, he just literally has to chug now.
I love it.
Smells delicious.
That's
Bro.
good stuff.
We brought cheese.
Don't sleep
No,
on
it's-
Chi-Chi's.
No, I wish I
Bailey's
would have
is
saved
good.
some taco sauce.
Why didn't you warn a brother?
No.
Next,
All right.
you have to eat this entire cooler.
No, I like that cooler.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, we have 2.5 more presents. The one's a half because it's very little left in the container.
I'm just baffled by the bait.
You guys are awesome. We always like getting presents
Hell yeah.
here, man.
You're
It's cool.
welcome.
Oh
I
yeah,
had
Yes,
nothing
you're
to do
welcome.
with it, but you're welcome.
Put
Pass
this,
that over
we'll
to
put this on the
No.
shrine.
Oh man.
Dude, it
All
kind
right,
of
do you
feels
guys
like I'm
like,
on Wayne's World right now.
Be way better with a friggin' Guinness, dude.
What about horror movies? You guys into horror movies at all?
Yes,
No,
No, not at all.
I am.
So I like horror movies, but I like whenever you meet people that are a movie buff, I'm the opposite. I watch
I'm
like
not
the
a
same
movie
couple movies over and over.
Right.
So like
The
Talladega
Big-
Nights,
the Big
Forrest Gump,
Lebowski.
Big Lebowski,
Big Lebowski.
and Dark Knight. I already say that. Dark Knight,
Nope.
Talladega Nights. Okay.
That's 4 different movies.
Yeah, sorry. Counting is fucking hard. All right.
Motherfucker, I graduated kindergarten.
No, so I'll like just rewatch movies that I love, and then whenever someone's like, "You should really watch this," I'm like, "All right." And then when I watch horror movies that are good, I love it. But Casey's
Dude,
more of a movie
I
buff.
have a
What is
hilarious.
good? What is good?
Can I tell one story first?
Ah.
Last time I watched a horror movie with Mike, he's like, do you remember this, Mike?
I was stoned as shit.
Yeah, he really was. And there's like a group of like 20 people. It's our buddy Jordan's like birthday getaway thing. And we're watching like Conjuring 2. And he starts talking in the most redneck. He's like, I found that bitch. And just
About
yelling
a
it while
ghost?
we're watching it. And then the ghost comes out again and he's like, that's why everyone needs to conceal carry.
and then
funny.
that someone in the room was like, "Dude, you can't shoot a ghost." I'm like, "You ain't shooting good enough." And they're like, "Where's this coming from?" Like, I apparently have just like an alter ego that comes out.
It literally ruined the entire movie by
Yeah.
talking like that.
And like, I didn't find it scary at all. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this enjoyable. And then other people are like freaking out, and I'm just sitting there commentating the whole time in front of people I don't.
Yeah.
Most of the people I didn't know.
They're like, shh, we want to
Yeah,
get
you
scared.
shouldn't
Would
get
you
enough.
stop it?
shoot the fucking ghost. He's right there.
Who is this guy? Picturing the other. Who is this fucking guy?
Good horror movie. I don't know. I love classics like Evil Dead. Like love that. What did I watch recently? A newer one, like probably 3 or 4 days ago. What is that called? Barbarian.
Oh yeah, seen it.
That was pretty cool. It was very different. I liked it, but it had like Descent vibes. Remember
Mhm.
that? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I love
HBO,
horror
I think.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, watch newer ones every once in a while. Love pretty much all the classics.
I just rewatched The Fog or The Mist or whatever.
The Mist.
The Mist.
Stephen King.
Yeah, not that good. I was commenting the whole time too, but yeah, well,
It's real slow.
yeah.
I watched
The
a
ending's
lot
kind
of-
of good.
I watched a lot.
It's
of
just got more
comedy.
drama in it than
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
you know?
They're all
But-
fighting and shit.
But it's kind of cool because the mist comes up and eats people or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been like 3 years since I've seen that show, but
35
Yeah.
years.
35? I didn't know it was that old.
I might be slightly exaggerating.
God,
I don't know. Just a little.
This guy's living in the future constantly.
Oh, dude. Speaking of the future, man. So, I've seen this fucking meme. This is stupid, but whatever. I've seen this meme. This dude's eating a fucking burrito, and he's got
Nice.
like a funnel underneath him, and he's got like a soft taco shell underneath the
Heck
fucking
yeah,
funnel,
dude.
catching all the burrito drippings. It's like this dude's living in the future. Yeah, for real,
Ingenuity.
man. But
Ingenuity.
so I watched Megan over the fucking, I don't know, the last few days or
Is that the
something.
doll?
This is
Yeah.
supposed to be like another like a new Chucky movie. Like I don't like I said, I don't really watch like horror movies, but I do remember seeing that. That's just what I
I
thought.
kind of,
about.
yeah, it could be Chucky-ish, I guess.
Right on.
Yeah.
I just figured since it was like the
Dude, I am
the
not
doll
scared
or
of
whatever.
Chucky.
But I mean,
Shoot it.
no, not that it was like overly scary, but it is kind of weird to see any kind of like doll or something like that, and
Which,
Yeah.
like
which film is this?
bend over and start running on all four legs and have such like malice and all kinds of shit.
Did you say
like,
Megan?
Yeah, the
I-
movie.
I want to see it so bad.
Really?
I know
It's
out
worth a
in theaters.
watch.
Have you guys
I
seen
mean,
Smile yet?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Was
very,
that
very
good?
good.
Okay,
liked
I
it.
thought the ads looked
I mean,
quite
you
good.
know, it's
The Smile Cup's like right behind him too.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the
talk about
Mel
horror there.
got a bunch of stuff in, like posters and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Like
like just for them
Rob
to like,
was kind
put-
enough to hook
put it
me
up.
with
I'm
it.
guessing, or
What's that?
to like them to put posters up like in the bar, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
every now and then they like one year they got a bunch of T-shirts and stuff from the ring.
Oh yeah,
just like every now and then.
it's right there, bro. The poster's right there. I was
Uh,
like, that motherfucker's hanging. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't see it.
it's
Right on.
way over there by the
You
door.
can't see anything, can you?
Nah,
Anyway.
dude,
I'm
that's
just
why I
fucking
got
with
these
you, man.
glasses on, dude.
I got a
Oh,
story
my
about
legit
Cody
blind.
not being able to see anything.
dude, this is the best story.
we
Oh
we
my
played up in
God, dude.
Cleveland last summer. And after the show, we're hanging out in a hotel room. And
Can I tell us, since I'm the one that asked Cody?
oh yeah, go for it, go for it.
So I was like looking at my phone or something. It's like early in the morning. I was like, Cody, look at this. And he looks over at me. He had woke up early and smoked a bunch of weed. Or
We were
done-
also
done
still
done-
high from the
something.
night before.
I had
whatever he
edibles the
did.
night before.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
had
yeah.
edibles. So I'm like, Cody, look at this. And I'm like laughing, like trying to show him my phone. And he literally looks at me with his eyes closed. And he's like, dude, I can't see anything right now. I don't have my glasses on.
Like
And I was
closed,
like-
closed.
And then his glasses were on, but his eyes were closed. And then Wasey wakes up and he's like, dude, your glasses are on.
And Cody's like, no,
And he's
dude.
like, no, dude,
I
I
could
can't
not
see
see.
anything. And he literally just had his eyes closed.
We literally talked about that on the way home, and I was like still convinced I did not have.
He's
my
like,
Yeah, it was
no,
about an
dude,
hour
I
and a
didn't
half
have my.
later.
And Wasey, like Cody and Wasey are literally best
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And Wasey's like literally yelling at him.
Yeah, he's like,
He's
bro.
He's like, your glasses were on. I was
fucking
looking
did it."
right at you.
I fucking did it.
Yeah, so that's Cody actually can't see to your
No.
point
I
there.
can't. When Mike writes all of our like set lists for the night, and I'm like, make sure you write it big, because I just can't. Because I like obviously playing rock and roll and headbanging and shit. I can't wear glasses when I play,
Right.
or else I'm gonna lose them shits. So I have to have them write my set list really freaking big.
You should just write it right on one of the snares or something.
Yeah.
Thought about that
Yeah.
too, but I don't even think I can see that, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm blind without these glasses.
And we
Yeah.
change it up all the time
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You-
Bye-bye.
So we're so for those that are watching, listening, or future listening or watching,
That dude's from the future.
you can
man.
you guys, Southbound Beretta has their music
South
available on
Park.
Spotify,
Yes.
Yeah.
iTunes, and Amazon,
Apple
and
Music,
all
yeah,
the stuff.
Everywhere, man.
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Which leads me into where do you guys record?
So our full length album Under Fire we recorded with Jordan Furr at the
homie.
Vessel Productions. Some of just Casey and I's oldest friend from the music scene. He was in Forevermore.
Yeah,
and
old
stuff like
homie, singer of Forevermore.
that. Yeah. So we did it there, and then Fighter and Auburn Red we recorded with our buddy Ryan Olson down in Memphis. Damage Media Group, Uproar Recording. Had a great time down there. Tracked everything live. It was a super sick experience. And then recently we got hooked back up with Threshold Studios Bone Thornburg, like Armando Rain back in the day
Yeah,
and stuff like
another
that.
homie.
Yeah,
Bone.
so we worked with Bone forever. and-
Bone doesn't really record people that much anymore.
Yeah.
But
Just
just
got to
like me and a homie were like, dude, you gotta like
Record us.
hook us
man.
up, and he's like, yep, I'll do that.
And the thing too, like the whole mixing and mastering process is so cumbersome and so annoying. You send it off, you don't like it, send it back. And that back and forth, we, just weren't
Dude,
super
Bone-
excited
Bone
about.
gets it, dude.
And
Yes.
Bone literally mixes two masters. So like when we're done recording for the day, it's almost there, like we can go home and like have little tweaks and everything, but it's pretty close product. So yeah, the new music we're releasing, starting with 2 for 1 next week. Pre-save it. That helps us out, by the way. Shout out
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Pre-save link. We'll see if we can get it in the comments or something like that on our socials too. But yeah, if you can pre-save it, that'd be dope. But where was I going with this? Bone.
Yeah, just
oh,
where
yeah.
we record. Yeah.
The new stuff is much more polished. Like we went in and we have like a mix of mini drums, and it's not just full live anymore. So we have more control over that, more control over the mix. So
we originally, sorry, cut
you're good. You're good.
Well, we originally thought about sending it out to somebody else to mix and master it, to
Yeah.
kind of get some extra ears like on that, to have obviously like having somebody produce it is like an outside ear, but we wanted an additional one. And then we sat down and realized how good this shit already sounded. We're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's just
Like,
do it all here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna drop names, but we had like big time producers,
Yes.
and then when our manager Chris, who like, I mean, he's like
He's the man.
he hears everything. He's the man. When he heard like, we're like, let's see what Bone can do here in Indianapolis, and he heard it like unmastered from Bone, and he's like, we're not sending it anywhere. This
Yeah.
is like
This is
literally better than anyone could do anywhere in
Yeah.
the US.
So we're excited to have go back to the more polished sound like we had on the first full length, and even I think it's a step up from what we were able to do with Jordan, and obviously no disrespect to Jordan. So yeah, we're super excited, and it's been kind of a long process. We haven't released anything since last summer, and then before that it was probably 10 months before. So we've been kind of stagnant for a while, which really isn't our vibe. We like just keep cranking music out.
Like I said, we went down to Memphis and we recorded a whole entire second record, and like so we released the 2 songs, but we were just like, we can do better, like kind of thing. And that was like kind of like a blessing in disguise. Like it sucks not being able to like give like the fans, friends, whatever, like the tunes and stuff like that, but to actually give them like a legit polished product makes me feel so much better about like just releasing something,
Yeah, like we
Excellent.
said earlier, like Cody had just joined, like we're going through all these transitions and stuff, so I don't know, the wait is worth it.
Yes.
Is like this we've got a bunch of stuff in the works that's like about ready to be released.
Yeah.
Like we said, we'll do a teaser tomorrow. Yeah, Paulie and Shep will show you the whole song after this.
And another reason why we didn't do live drums too, just thinking about that, is because we thought we were going to be sending this out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right? So like that way, because anybody knows that's been in the studio record live drums, it can be a hassle, dude. And it's like if you send something out and it's like this needs to be changed and everything like that, you got to set everything back up and go in there and record. But like, I mean, convenience, that was the biggest thing and whatnot, because we didn't know like how it was going to go, and then like that, and like I guess budget too. We didn't want to like break the bank, just having to keep going back and whatnot too. So to perfect it, so
yeah, because we did the live drum thing long enough, and like
it sounded good.
I don't know, we can do it, and yeah, it sounds killer, but it's just like
it just wasn't there.
Mhm.
It just wasn't there yet. Yeah,
Man, I cannot tell you how many times I've literally had to go back in and then do something. It's like fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
right.
So and that costs money.
Yes, it
So
does.
I feel you. That shit.
Yeah, it's easier to go back and like, because you can literally just go in, plug a guitar, ready to roll.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's way fucking easier than having, because like I think too, it's like those drums were recorded in like a specific spot.
yeah,
And
mic
you have to go back.
placement, drum head, wear and tear,
Yeah, even
volume
the,
of everything.
the
like,
age of a head is going to make a large difference when you get down to that.
And I think
level.
that's why a lot of people like record drum. I would I would love to go to I mean like a big time like legitimate studio record some drums,
Oh, yeah.
but like I think it's nowadays because I used to think the opposite, obviously, but I still get to like write my own drum parts, which is still fucking okay. I'm cool with that. But like if we could go to like a big time studio like that and get just like the most
100%.
bitchin' sounded freaking drums. Other than that, I think it's kind of like a waste of time. Like if you're recording like in somebody's house, gonna do in a room, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's like think like literally Red Hot Chili Peppers and everything like that. Like the bands like that, System of a Down, they recorded it in these like bitchin' ass fucking rooms, dude.
Mhm.
But we just don't have a budget like that.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just don't.
One day.
One day, yes, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Not a
We
dream.
keep
That's
playing
a
those
fucking goal.
scratchies and sports gambling. We're gonna have enough money for that in
For
no
real,
time.
dude. Riding
Yeah.
on the Super Bowl this year.
Who you betting on, Cody?
Eagles. Baby.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm
Oh,
originally
yeah,
from
yeah.
Jersey, so I'm a diehard everything Philly.
Yeah, I don't really have like a favorite team, but I just
I
like
was about to
teams that
freak
make
the
me
fuck
money.
out if he said
I would
Chiefs.
like to see the meme the day after the Super Bowl where it's like both of Carson Wentz's backup
Yeah.
quarterbacks are Super Bowl champions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be wild.
Oh
I
man.
love it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Shots fired for real.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's all right. Yeah. Carson, if you're watching out there, fuck you. You broke my heart.
That was a bad year.
Yeah.
It was enough of a decent enough year for us to believe in going to every fucking game. We are definitely going to be able to look back, tell our grandchildren, like, yes, that's right. The
It
worst
happened.
season in NFL history for any team ever. I was at every game. It was pretty bad. I mean, if you look at the shit that went down, it's bad.
2021. Like
This team,
This
this Colts, yeah, bad.
Dude, I went and watched them. I think it was literally the last game they
Texans,
played this
right?
year. Yeah. So I mean, best $37 I spent in a minute. I got to
Hell
go
yeah.
literally to a Colts game, hang out, drink booze. Yeah, dude, I remember I ate so
Yeah.
much popcorn that day, dude. I had I felt like my stomach was like a grease bucket, man.
Cody doesn't even get to his seat. He's just standing there eating popcorn.
Oh,
Like, I guess
dude,
I'll
yeah.
fucking have another. Okay.
Oh no! Well, I got like that. Like, of course, me being me, I went freaking big. I got like that freaking souvenir shit, so I could just take it home. With
Oh
me, too.
yeah.
But I damn near ate. Swear to God, dude, I damn near ate one of them whole buckets to myself. It's fucking
As you
gnar.
should.
Gnar. Shit. was
So-
it
good,
just
bro.
helps everything come out
Are-
real nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Something like
So-
All
that.
that butter, man.
Is everybody
Real
here
smooth.
born in Indiana? Or-
No.
Barely.
I was born in New Jersey. My parents actually don't remember what hospital it was, so it's a little bit of controversy in the Brennan family. But it's somewhere right on the Jersey Shore, like Spring Lake, Belmar. We think it's Neptune City Hospital. But yeah, from Jersey, moved out here when I was a kid. Went to college out here, then worked out in Jersey for 3 years after college. But Indiana is my home at the end of the day.
I was born in and grew up like right on the Indiana-Michigan border, but everyone's always like, oh, like Chicago. No, the other side. So I was also really close to Ohio. So I'm talking Northeast Indiana. That was cool. So I went to a lot of shows in like Fort Wayne, a lot of shows in like Lansing. There's a bunch of bands from like Coldwater, Michigan, Jackson, Michigan. So kind of a different scene. Yeah. A lot of cool bands up there. But
Hell yeah.
I definitely did not have that. That's for sure.
Sanborn for life.
Yeah. Yeah, I was born in Washington though. I mean, still like
State
another-
or separate-
Indiana. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Washington,
Indiana,
Indiana.
born and raised.
I
Born and
like-
raised.
all
Yeah,
right.
there's a river
I
that
thought
runs
you meant
down
like
through
the
there.
state
Yeah.
or the
The river that
province
runs
or
down through
whatever.
there, right?
I heard they
College.
pronounce it
yeah.
Washington there.
Washington.
Some people do
Washington.
still to this day.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes. My grandparents. One of
Yeah.
them. Two of them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious. So basically, where was I going with that? Man.
Wait, let's try to guess.
Is it?
Mexico City is not where Austin was born. He was just on vacation there when he was put in the washing machine full of bleach when he found his guitar. Just want to speak up for that.
Yeah, he was just reborn, dude.
Yeah, we don't
He
know
was
where he was
reborn.
born.
They were surprised at how much brain damage he didn't get.
Correct. We don't know where he doesn't know where he was born. Next question.
Next question.
Ugh.
Is that where you're going with it?
No.
Probably.
What's
I
so?
thought- I thought we were spot on.
What
Yes, I
is
was
the
wrong.
first band for like? So this is personal, like per person that you were in, and why did you call it that?
Oh, this is a good one. You guys go first.
Okay, I got one. The first band I was ever in was called Creeping Out Sarah, and it's a No Effects song, but it was spelt differently because I had a crush on a girl named Sarah at the time, so we threw the H on there. And I was
Threw it totally off the trail.
yeah, she had no idea. Yeah, I wrote it about all the songs are about like an ex-girlfriend, and it was just the worst punk rock you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of figuring out how to do music.
That's fucking punk rock, man.
Kinda. If you heard it, you'd be like,
Heavy.
"That's fucking not punk rock." Yeah, like no, I won't tell that story. But yeah, then my first like big band when we started kind of getting traction, we were called Valcor. I think that's when the movie Valkyrie came out, and we just kind of played around with the words there. And
I just think Velcro.
Velcro,
Velcro.
Dude,
what's up? We're
sick,
Velcro.
That'd be a sick band name, dude.
Velcro.
Velcro.
We're Velcro from Toledo. What do you got, Case?
My first band, I was like probably 14. It was called Last Revenge. It was like punk rock. And I actually sang, played guitar.
I didn't know this.
Then I played like metal in like a few different bands. I don't know. There was like we played a lot up in like Fort Wayne and like.
Were you guys
Michigan,
called
kind of, like-
Nickelback?
yeah.
Sick.
Then I moved to Indy when I was like 20 to 21. So I've only lived here for like 10, 12 years. And then I started it was just like straight up metalcore band. They got like pretty bit, like a lot of traction. It was called It's Safe, I Swear. If anyone remembers that. And then Mike joined that later. And then that band eventually turned into like Guilt Trip, which is like a beat down hardcore band that a lot of people liked.
Tell the background of It's Safe, I Swear. The name. Isn't it from like Tommy Boy?
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Sheep.
It's a quote from Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of, and then that's like also how like Mike and I met, was that like metalcore band.
Yeah.
You ready?
Everyone buckle
You know,
up.
Oh shit.
Let's go
Yeah.
full,
Here
full
we go.
frame.
You know,
Full
how,
frame.
you know how we were talking about shitty names earlier? Get a load of this, dude. First band I
Southbound Beretta.
no.
The
First-
Southbound Beretta.
First band I was in, I think I was like, I think I was a freshman in high school or something like that. I remember, so it was me, my little brother Cameron, Wasey, and then a buddy of ours named Jake Lindy. We started this band. We were like, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing, or like anything. There's another funny thing about it. Nobody played their actual instruments besides me in this band. But the band was
What does
called
that
Through,
mean?
This band was called Through Broken Glass.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude, we were fucking terrible. We were absolutely dog shit. I don't even know how the fuck I got like any of the shows we played some like cool places, and I have no idea. We didn't put out any
It was a
music.
different time back then, man.
Yeah, true. We didn't put out any music, not a single anything, man. We just went out and played shows and shit like that. We're like, this is how we're gonna do it. But so nowadays we obviously we recognize like how bad, like we're really fucking bad, dude. But we call it Through Broken Ass now.
That's
Just
still
like-
like Cody's
just to go
Gmail
back, you know?
too.
Yeah,
Like when
I
we send
still-
demos back and
still
forth, I have to type in through broken
Still-
glass or whatever.
Still use the
Yeah.
fucking email to this day.
Yeah.
Heck
But-
yeah.
Yeah, dude, remember. So like, I guess how it like actually formed though, I booked us a show. So like, I'm from Sanborn, but there's another small town called Linton, Indiana, and they're really known for their sports and stuff like that. But they had this big amphitheater kind of ordeal in the middle of their park. And I was like, I just remember someone was like, I want to play there. And then lo and behold, there's like a benefit show going on. I'm like, hey, can we play? We didn't have a single fucking song wrote whatsoever. This is a month and a half until this show. We wrote 6 songs and went up there and played and fucking embarrassed ourselves, dude. Right there in Linton, Indiana.
Did you notice the part of the story where Cody's like, I was driving by this place and I was like, I want to play there.
I
And
did.
he literally does that to this day.
Yeah.
He'll like drive by a place. He's like, I'm going to play there.
I was
and then
just-
he finds the email
I just-
and then just like figures it out.
It's like Clips or whatever. I'm like, Cody, we're not gonna play at Clips, bro.
We
Like,
can at least fucking try. That's one thing too. I guess learning in this band. Anybody that's like in a band or like trying to do music industry shit, really just, it doesn't even have to be music or anything. People are gonna tell you no. And that's something you gotta get fucking used to. And when they tell you no, you move on to the fucking next one and hope for the best.
you miss 100% of the
Right.
shots you don't take. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
You don't ask, you don't get. Straight up.
Mhm.
Yeah, because people ask us like, how do you get these shows all the time? It's like, dude, we know like people talk like DIY, whatever. Like, yes, we have a manager, but we freaking hit it hard.
Yeah.
Like people are seeing, we're having like 2 to 5% success in booking. So they're
Yes.
only seeing like Incarceration Festival. You're not seeing how, we are playing other festivals because we're getting more traction now.
But they're not seeing the
they're
go
not
fuck yourself
seeing
emails
the
we
past 2 years where we've been contacting these people
Let's
Yeah.
see.
all the time.
Yeah.
I have this Google spreadsheet with like, I don't know, 500, 600 contacts.
get. Multiple from
every
every state.
state.
Yeah.
There's fucking
Every city, literally all 50 states, Europe. I have this, it's huge, literally 500 or 600.
and I go to town on that thing. It's
Yeah.
like it gets freaking exhausting having to send emails and stuff like that, but that's just part of it, dude. It's about like if you, especially you are doing like your own booking and stuff like that, that's just something you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's where people I feel like really sleep. And it's like even some people get discouraged too. Like I said, people are gonna tell you no, but you just like literally look for the next spot and you just keep going.
Yep.
Because I guarantee when this has happened a few times now, we go and play in a city, we get told no by a venue and shit like that. We find a different venue in that town. Next thing you know, they're hitting us
So
up
other
like,
venues
hey,
begging
do you
us.
guys want to come
Yeah.
play with us? Like
Yeah.
asking us. Like if that's a really cool feeling.
That's just how
Especially,
this is how
like-
you got to do it.
Yeah. Like when you get, because I feel like we're starting to really kind of build a reputation like that. People want like are asking us to come play like in their state, their city, and
Mhm.
everything like that. And that's something. It makes so much fucking easier.
It took
makes it so much easier. But like,
it took 2.5 years though.
yes,
Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
yeah, it takes
People
time.
don't
Sometimes,
realize.
man. Some people get struck gold, luck, like just luck at the draw, man. But that is very, very slim, especially nowadays. How many
Yeah.
bands and everything that's out there? It's hard.
And
It's a hard game.
Dude,
William,
William's
yeah.
spot on. I prefer a no instead of the ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
exactly.
real.
Yes,
the
dude.
ignore is so annoying, man.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yes.
we're all busy. We all got a bunch of emails. We got work. If booking's not your full time thing, hold on yards, but just give us a
Yeah, just
decency
freaking
of
say
no.
no. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
And then the even worse than that is the ignore. And then like 3 weeks ahead of the date, they're like, "You still want to play this date?" I'm like,
No,
Bro, it's
"No,
already
dude."
booked.
Yeah,
no, we
It's like-
don't.
yeah, I feel that, William.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You guys ready for your last
See if I
gifts?
just rambled
Oh,
like
there's
that?
more gift.
Oh, I come.
Yes.
This is an endless bag right here.
bro.
Let's do
Who do
this.
you think it's what? Stick with the cheese. No, let's mix up the cheese.
No, give us a shot.
Okay. Here is some La Marca Prosecco sparkling wine.
Give this out. I got
Wow.
Sparkling wine.
Oh, the cheese is fine. We'll stick with the cheese there. Oh, that's a little more. Hold on.
Yeah, the wine and the cheese. Man,
Yeah,
it
there you
goes
go.
together, dude.
Fancy shit, Bob.
We're at wine
Thanks.
tasting now, buddy. Yeah.
And for Polly, Mike's hot honey.
Mike's hot honey. That shit's actually really
Hey,
good.
Now that
And that's almost full.
I'm excited about receiving that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He's got to test it first.
It's really
too
thick.
cold to come out.
That's what she said. That makes literally no sense. Our
running
internal
this cooler.
temperature is what, like
I didn't
90?
know this shit was oil.
Scott, goddamn thick as molasses.
It got like really cold in this cooler.
It's viscous as fuck.
Oh, I bet that's.
Yeah, that is really good.
Is it it's hot, honey?
Oh yeah.
I made like fried chicken with that,
It's
man.
got
It was like
chilies
fried
in
chicken
it.
sandwich. Yeah,
Ooh, I
really
bet.
good. Southbound Beretta boys know how to cook, by the way. That's a little fun fact.
Sometimes. At least for me.
Cody enjoys the cooking.
Yeah, man, I'm the taste tester.
Anytime Cody comes up, because he's got the long drive, I'll just make us all dinner or whatever, like before shows. And Cody just walks in. He's like, "Let's get it going, Bob." So, yeah, we like to cook, man.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oof. I think I know Cody's answered the favorite thing I cook. The wings, maybe.
Wings are pretty fucking Kill Bill.
Yeah,
dude.
for Mike, your favorite thing's probably wings.
I don't do that often anymore.
Nope.
I do
it's
really like
also
Mexican
Still probably
and
your
Italian.
favorite thing though.
Yeah, I probably have done it. Like when I have people over, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Pizza's really fun too. Make your own dough and everything.
Ooh, my
Like
favorite thing.
Tostinos, dude. Oh yeah.
That's Cody's cooking.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing's probably just steaks, man.
Yeah,
I cook
Yes,
steaks.
son.
Dude.
can't go wrong.
Yep.
Make
yep.
some killer steaks, and then just like busting out the smoker and making whatever
Yeah,
I have.
I love your smoker, dude.
Dude, smoked turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Superior.
I do
That's
that.
one
every
thing I've never
Thanksgiving.
had was a smoker.
Oh, dude, like
Yeah.
Dude,
everybody says the fried. Fuck no, man. Let that
Smoke,
let
yeah.
that
Yeah,
thing
the
go
smoked
into
turkey, yeah.
a smoker,
I
man.
do that
So-
every year for my family.
I've never bought a
Thanksgiving.
smoker either, but I came up with this idea because the wings we're talking about, I smoke them, but it's just on a normal like gas grill. I get like the wood chips and put it in tin foil, like so it's a log about like this big, and I get it like piping hot so the wood chips start smoking. You close it, then you turn down the other burners so it like turns into a smoker.
Mhm.
Check that out, man, because
All right.
I'm pretty cheap, so I'm not gonna go out and buy like a fucking Traeger or whatever.
Yeah, it works. It works like those grills that had the smoker on
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It works great, and then you can
Makes sense,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really cool, man.
Cool.
I think some people do that in their oven or something. I'm like, yeah, that's a
Oh
bit
my
much.
god! Smoke out your house, dude.
Yeah,
Literally.
for real.
Well, I mean, people fry up fish and everything in their
Literally,
house too.
yeah,
So, yeah.
Sure.
yeah.
Now that is one thing I'd love to have is a freaking really badass vent over the stove so that I can
Yeah.
like for real,
Oh yeah.
cook some shit.
Your
But-
vent.
Oh yeah,
Casey's
dude.
got a
I
nice
put
one.
like an industrial freaking.
Casey built his own
Vent in.
house, by the way, because he's a
Yeah.
badass.
I
Tight.
did build my own house.
Tight.
That is true.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude, tight.
Yeah, my extensive building's about duct tape and Gorilla Glue, so that house would not turn out too good. I just bought mine.
I mean, it
Fuck
would
that.
for the first 10 hours.
minutes. I close the door.
Right. First draft that comes through.
Yeah. Oh damn.
I'm straight sinking into this couch.
This couch is dope.
I know. I've been
Ain't
doing
no
that
way
for the
I'm
last
getting- ain't
hour.
No
and
way I'm getting up
This is
after
a chill
whatever.
spot.
Yeah, we're sleeping
Nice.
here, by the way. We're running this pod until 3 a.m.
Chill.
Benadryl's gonna kick in.
It's actually happened before.
Really? Chef's
Yeah.
literally
I
hallucinating.
got the fuck up and walked out in the middle of
Really? I got work in the morning.
Gotta go, man.
Yeah.
So, well, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Not right now. I was talking about that story.
So, when are you guys playing next? Your next show?
February 11th. So the day after we release our single, so not this Friday, but the next. The following day, we're playing up in the Doom Room in Lafayette,
North End
Um,
Pub too.
North End Pub,
North
Doom
End
Room,
Pub.
yeah. And it's super dope venue attached to a bowling alley, so we'll get there early. You know, throw down some Big Lebowski references. You know, tear it up,
Roll some turkeys, bro.
roll some turkeys, Bob.
Let's
Real
go.
greasy too.
Market Zero.
Market Zero. And then yeah, we're playing with a band called Medicinal Moonshine.
Some buddies.
We played with them on the
That's
Run with
Sundown.
Sundown, actually. Yeah. Had never met. We actually met the bassist years ago, but had never met the other two guys.
Yeah, the bassist used to live here in Indy and played in
Prague.
like
Literally
like
Prague.
prog metal bands.
The band was called Prague, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Super
remember.
freaking talented guy. And then another band, Barty Muggins Street Band, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's the bassist of Medicinal Moonshine.
They're like
It's his
folk,
birthday.
They're folk punk bands.
Yeah, man.
It's like Primus.
literally redneck Primus.
Yeah.
Redneck Primus.
Yeah, it's like
super
like
cool,
folk
really
rock is
unique.
what it is.
Yeah. They're actually, I will give them another plug now that we're on it. They're playing this Friday in Indy. I'll be going. I think Austin does exist. The guy, the Mexico
I swear
City.
he's real.
Yeah. I think we're going out. It's Vinny's Drive Bar south of Speedway, just south of Speedway, like Big Woods and all that. So We'll be there Friday night supporting our guys in Medicinal Moonshine. So check them out if you're in the area.
Okay.
Right on. And the single comes out when? Next Friday?
February 10th.
February
Yes.
10th.
So a week from this Friday.
Yep, and it's gonna blow your balls off, Shep.
Yes, that pre-save too is like
Neutered.
that
gonna
pre-save
blow 'em
is
right off,
pinned
buddy.
on all of our social media too.
The
that's-
pre-saves
that's
out
a slide.
there, and even if we've been boring you for the past 2 hours, if you hate us, if you're just here to support Shep, whatever it is, the pre-save really does help us. I know
Yes.
every band says that, and
But
it gets
really
annoying.
fucking does.
It really does, yeah.
It
So
really
if
does.
you got 30 seconds, we'd really appreciate it, man.
Yes. Link in bio on the Instagram, and I got it pinned on our Facebook.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, man.
And what's the name of that festival that you guys got coming up?
Incarceration. That's in July,
Incarceration.
July 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Bro,
That's
fucking
in Mansfield,
Pantera,
Ohio.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Pantera,
Slipknot.
Guys, Limp
Lamb of
Bizkit, man.
Limp Bizkit.
Freaking
Biscuit.
slit, dude. I
Yeah.
can't
Bizkit,
believe
bro.
I did it all for
Like-
the nookie.
Dude,
If
I'm
only we
really,
could fly.
I'm like, obviously all those like heavy bands are sick, but I'm also really stoked about Highly Suspect too.
You see 10
It's a
years is on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I doubt Luke has even watched this, but Luke is the drummer of 10 years that I actually met in Bloomington when I was living there. But yeah, hopefully we can link
It's
up.
always
Yeah.
wild too, like how many like we go to these big fests and it's awesome. Like you don't even realize how many people you know
You actually know
that are
yeah.
in these huge bands or working back of house or like front of house or
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's crazy. Like Blue Ridge, I was like, dude, what's up? Hey, you, what's up?
Yeah.
Knew literally 30 people like with these huge bands, and that's so cool to see.
like literally
like-
9-10 hours away from home.
Yeah,
Like, fucking
Indianapolis,
A, man.
like,
Like, it's-
keeping these huge bands running,
Yeah.
like
A lot of
literally.
people don't see that either. That's the crazy thing. It's like I feel like Indy's got a weird scene.
They have a lot
man.
of talent.
Like,
A
yes,
lot of
a
talent,
lot of
dude.
hidden talent. That's
Yes,
for sure.
exactly.
For sure.
Because there are literally so many people from Indianapolis, like behind the scenes,
Mhm.
Mhm.
with these. I'm talking like huge bands.
Nickelback, Creed. You know who's
Can we
behind
talk
it?
about? Can we talk about Megadeth setting up at? So like
Oh, Blue
Holy
Ridge.
we played with
shit,
Megadeth,
dude.
and they started setting up at like
8
6
a.m., yeah.
a.m. And Wasey and I get out there at like 7, and we just start watching them just stacking cabs, stacking them,
That is
stacking
legit
them, stacking
wall.
them. We're like, how tall are they gonna go? They had a semi that was only full of Marshall cabs.
Yeah.
And then it got like, it was like literally, so like they had the width laid out and it was like 14 wide, and they just kept going up with another one, then another one, then another one. We're like, bro, when are they gonna stop?
They did.
And it was like 14 by like 14 on both sides.
And literally
Damn.
their current lead guitarist that they got just before that tour plays digital too.
Yeah, you didn't even use any of it.
Yeah.
It's just there
So
for show.
Dave,
show.
Dave
It was a
Mustaine was still
literal
going through.
semi
Yeah.
full of cabs.
I think they're all digital right now. I think Dave switched over. I saw.
Finally?
Yeah. But I think they still have the
finally,
cabs.
that's
for the
I'm saying
appearance.
that's a bad thing. I wish he wouldn't have, but
Yeah.
I mean he's old. He probably doesn't want to dick around with that stuff.
Oh fuck! I mean, you
That's a
probably got
lot of
people
fucking
for it.
cabs.
It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh, you know Dave
dude.
Mustaine ain't carrying a single
It
one of
was
those. You know what I mean?
ridiculous.
No
Yeah.
way, man.
Could you imagine though if you're like you're so cheap that you're not gonna hire a crew to do that, and you just carry like
Every
33
day.
cabs in every day?
I would
Dude.
legitimately gain. I actually really like Megadeth. I would gain so much respect if they were doing that, but they've hit it years ago. Like, there's no. Could you imagine though? Like,
I gotta say this too. The best sounding band at every single one of these shows is Hatebreed.
Hatebreed.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
single time.
Hatebreed's freaking.
literally one of my
Because
favorite bands ever.
they're like lot. They don't do digital anything, like no bullshit. Just
And they don't stop.
Yeah,
they,
they're
like,
so
when
good.
they
start
literally
playing,
are the
they
best sounding
go,
band
man.
every single time.
Yep.
So just throwing that out there. All these like metal bands
Food for
playing
thought.
digital, like nope,
Yeah. Digital ain't
doesn't
for
sound
us.
good compared to Hatebreed.
Yep. To each their own.
Right
you
on.
know. Shots fired.
Where's the beef?
Don't care. It's the truth.
Trying to think of like what album I bought their album once, a long time ago.
Hey Breed.
Dude, you should buy Josta's pastas.
Yeah, honestly.
He has his
I
own
had to be in my
pasta
early
company.
20s. Hey, Breed. What's up?
Jamie Josta has his own pasta company. This is a real story.
Yeah.
It's called Josta's Pastas.
Yeah, Hey Breed's sick, dude.
See, I was just thinking about Megadeth though. I remember we were watching it. It was like, I think it was the very end of the set. This is how rock and roll Megadeth is, dude. And he's like, he goes out there, "Thank you, Denver." We're literally in Danville, Virginia. Danville, Virginia.
Instead of
Complete-
Danville, he says Denver.
This is east. This
Same
is the
thing,
East Coast,
dude.
not even West Coast whatsoever. Thank you, Denver. I was
That's
like,
amazing.
All right, what about best backstage party? I know you guys got to have a story, at least one story.
Every show.
Dude, tell him
That okay, Blue Ridge.
this. Yeah.
We're partying at the merch tent after our set. And
then I have a side story after this.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
and background on me, I get pretty introverted. I get in like moods where I just don't want to talk to people, or whatever. But we're shaking hands, signing autograph, that type of thing. And this girl comes up wearing very little clothes with what I thought was her mom, and I'm like, that's interesting clothes selection, but whatever, I'm not one to judge. And we're sitting there, and
we're in like not like band bus and RV area, but like band camping.
no. This is
Kind
the girl
of.
at the merch tent,
yeah,
literally at the merch tent.
So that,
Yeah.
oh,
This is
okay.
within the festival
yeah,
grounds,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
And so I think it was Casey or Cody, someone like brings her back like behind the merch tent.
I
And
thought you were telling a totally
Yeah,
different
you're good.
story.
and I'm sitting there like watching, and I'm like, what is this? Like, we don't really allow anyone back there. And they're like digging through their stickers and everything. And I see the girl like takes her like top off, not to like show that she's being private about it, and put stickers on as tassels. And then I
Yeah,
see
she
them
just gets naked
I see them
Very
all like
well.
staring at me and laughing.
in the festival.
And I'm like, no, I'm talking to like our merch guy or something. I'm like, I don't know this lady.
What's
I don't want,
happening, man?
and
I was
they
like,
just keep
"Hey,
looking at me
Mike."
like,
I was like, "Hey, Mike, she said she wants a picture with you."
and I'm like, dude, come on, man. And so I'm sitting there, and they could just see the anxiousness just coming out of me, like a fucking stranger danger type shit. So Cody, I think, comes up. He's like, no, we're gonna get in there with you.
Yeah,
Like,
we're taking a picture.
so yeah,
We're taking a picture.
so this nice lady comes up, and her mom was like, yeah, she's a content creator. And I'm like, awesome. I was like, I'm not gonna ask any more questions there. Yeah, so we took pictures with her, but like actual partying stories, the band camping area at Blue Ridge got a little rowdy.
Tell the story about the night, like the table, just
Oh yeah, last night,
because that's where I have
Um,
a side story.
yeah,
Funny.
there was stuff that we brought to the festival to consume via smoke.
Oh yeah.
And we had a shit
K2.
ton of it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
Go ahead.
so we're sitting there, and so last night, and Cody's like, oh dude, I've got a ton of this bud still. Like, we gotta try to get through like a
We
ridiculous
gotta
amount.
burn through this,
And
man.
I'm thinking like, a joint or something, maybe two. And so we end up, we're partying with a couple different bands back there, and Cody's like, hey, you guys smoke? And a couple guys are like, yeah. And he's like, go get all your bands, because it was just like one or two members from different bands. Like, go get them, bring them over. It's on me. I got a
Let's
ton.
hang out.
So
man.
so like 30 minutes go by, and I'm sitting there drinking beers, and Cody just starts rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. There probably ends up
Keep
being 15.
rolling,
Yeah, literally,
rolling.
literally. There's probably like 15 joints sitting there, and
I'd say
like,
like 20.
yeah, literally. And I'm like,
Shit.
you weren't fucking kidding, man. Like,
No, dude.
and so I'm like watching Cody just like a machine, like just rolling these shits, and like
Burn it
two
down.
people come back, and they're like, hey, like, yeah, our guys are cash. The one band was from California. They're like, we got to wake up early and start this super long drive, this and that. And so Cody like looks at me and looks at one of our merch guys was there, and no, he was already asleep, but
Yeah,
it's literally like
fast,
4
huh?
people up, and we're like, nut up or shut up, bub. And we got through like 11
Dude,
of them,
we got
12
through,
of
like,
them.
half of them out,
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm done.
And then like I'm sitting there like I prefer drinking personally. So I'm just sitting there like helping out a little bit. And Cody's just pounded, just steamrolling for
I ain't gonna
hours.
let it go to waste.
Oh
man.
hell
I
no.
can't.
So then
Okay.
Cody just looks at me, he's like, I gotta sleep now, dude. I gotta sleep right fucking now. And I'm like, everyone out. Cody's gotta sleep.
Cody's going to bed.
And Cody goes to sleep. And then me and my best friend was helping do roadieing
Dude.
stuff on that. We're like hanging out partying, and we go up to this
Mind you, this is like 3 or 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
yeah, I wasn't
We were just
stopping.
like going like all
Yeah.
freaking day.
So I
man.
was like, let's go like, chill, see if anyone's up. And we found this like other like area or whatever. And we start telling this story on a high level, me and Spencer do. And the people are like, oh, you guys are the joint guys. And I was like, no, it's my drummer, but sure. Like, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
All right, so side story. I was not there this whole time because at like 11 or like midnight, I went back to like my wife was there and had gotten an Airbnb with some other people that were there. And so I was like, I'm going to stay at the Airbnb and take a better shower than the band camping showers.
Yeah.
So I'm at this Airbnb and my phone is dead and there's also no reception here. We're like in the mountains. And so I wrote a note and I taped it to the like Mike's sleeping quarters ceiling. I taped it above where his head is. So the whole time they're like, where's Casey? Where's Casey? And then at like 4 a.m. when they finally go to sleep, he said he laid down and he's like, what is this? And like turned his light on and sees this note
It's like at the Airbnb.
on the ceiling.
And I'm like, I could have figured, you know what I mean? The festival had been done for 6 hours at this point or whatever.
Dude, when
We
he
were
told
just
me
still
that,
hanging.
it was so funny because I was like,
Yeah.
I cannot wait till he sees that note. They're gonna be like, where is he?
Because
Where is he?
Casey and I were sharing a tent that whole weekend, and I don't even know where Spencer was sleeping, probably on the hood of a car
Yeah,
or
because
something.
this was before we had the van.
Yeah.
They shared the tiniest fucking tent, and I literally just had like a big ass tent.
Oh
to
yeah, I
myself.
slept in.
Yeah.
I slept in
Yeah,
your
one
tent.
night, yeah. But it's
Yeah,
not
we
so
we had
much-
like the honeymoon suite tent, me and Casey.
2-3 people sleep in this small ass tent, and I just got this big ass one to myself. I was like, I'm living in style
Yeah.
tonight.
I don't need much.
Style.
I'd sleep in the bed of the truck if I need to. That's probably where Spencer was. Bed of the truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened the
Wild.
first time I met him.
Bed of the truck.
Yeah, he got so.
Oh, in
he got-
Chicago.
He got freaking hammered, dude, and he literally went and passed out in the bed of his Mike's truck.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, like legit passed the fuck out.
And
I'm
our,
like,
our
well,
hotel's
he
like a
made it
block
back.
away. I'm like,
He
do
made
we
it
wake
to the
him up
truck,
or just
man.
go? You
Just
know,
go.
like just go.
Just go.
Yeah.
He'll
So
wake
Spencer's
up.
just bouncing around in the truck bed on the way back to the hotel.
Oh man.
Yeah, those are our most
Wild
appropriate
times. Wild
stories.
times.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and get it all wrapped up, y'all.
Right on.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and close it out. And you guys are playing. When's your next show?
February 11th at the North End Pub / Doom Room. That's kind of production company and venue
Lafayette.
up in Lafayette. Roll through. Be great to see everyone. Day before that, singles out. If you can pre-save it,
Yes,
that'd be super
please.
awesome.
Please go and pre-save that single
Yep.
for us.
Yeah, it's on all of our
Yes.
socials. That'd be great.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and shout this out. We need probably 30 people. Daytime Melody Inn
18th.
on February 18th for a music video shoot.
Yeah, I
Yep.
forgot
We have
about
the Mel
that.
rented out
First come, first
Yes.
serve.
from about
That's
10 a.m. until start of punk rock night.
And then
And we're shooting a video, so everyone roll
Legit
out and get
music video.
wild.
I think we're gonna do
We'll get you some
about
beers.
3 or 4 free beers for everyone that comes.
Yes.
I'm gonna see work with Rob a way to work that out. And
It's gonna be a sold out.
yeah, literally.
There's gonna be over 100 people there.
they max
They
out.
run out of beer.
Fire marshal shows up and shuts it down for being too crowded. Like,
So if you want to be in a music video,
With a real
and
production
it's
team too.
this is like a
So,
full on like
Yeah.
like legitimate video.
yeah, everyone's welcome, man. It's
And
just
it's
gonna
at
be
the Mel.
hanging out. Yep.
Yes.
That's awesome.
February
18th.
That's
18th.
awesome.
February 18th. Yeah. Thanks for calling that out, Case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Case remembering everything.
Good
man.
job.
I
Good
forgot
job.
about
Yeah.
that
I try
shit,
my
man.
best.
Cody and I are just in La La Land over here.
I just pre-save that single.
I
mean,
that's all
After
That's
after 11
February
dubious's, I don't know who wouldn't be.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Jake, February 18th at the Mill. Message us on Facebook because I don't know the exact starting time, but probably about noon if I had to guess,
Yeah,
right?
somewhere around.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
like 10. Oh, yeah.
set up time
Don't
and
show up
everything.
at 10. It's like 11 or noon.
Yeah, just message us on Facebook, February 18th. Take off work or quit your job, whichever you got to do. Both.
Bring your loved one. Bring a friend. Yeah, man. Come hang out. Come hang out, man.
Yep. Bring photos of your dead grandmother.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Back to you, Shep.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
So
I could
Back
do
to you,
that.
Shep.
this Melody Inn, where's that located?
Melody Inn is Illinois and 38th Street in downtown Indianapolis. Right?
Right.
Isn't that Illinois?
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about coming out.
It's gonna be fun,
Illinois.
man.
You should.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
I mean, 3 free beers.
wanna-
Come on, man.
Right.
We-
Like,
We said we wanted to do it in a place like, I mean, that we play like all the time.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, like it just felt like home.
Oh
doing
yeah.
that one, so it just kind of feels right
Hell
to
yeah.
do it there, you know. So yeah, come through.
I
that
feel
makes sense, man.
Mel's
Totally
pretty
makes
much
sense.
Heck
home
yeah.
too.
Yeah, buddy.
So thank you guys so much for coming on.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys have been
Thank you
awesome.
for
Right
having
on,
us.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
guys.
We'll be back tomorrow if you want, man. We can do this all week.
I like your spot.
mean,
dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
I don't think either one of us will be here, but
I'll
We're
have
just
at
sitting
it.
here like,
have at it.
uh,
What's the password?
We already said that we're sleeping here, so we already
Yeah.
said that.
Nachos.
You said you wanted to.
Password is nachos.
You wanted to expand.
Dude,
we can do
So-
we get more podcasts going. You know.
We got queso
Thank you guys
dips
for
and
bringing
beer.
us gifts.
Absolutely, man. The Prosecco will make you
anytime.
feel better.
I have the
Yes.
the cheese.
Cheese.
I got the
Chili con queso.
got the shredded cheese, and I drank the hot sauce.
Bro,
But
he's Italian.
all I needed was nachos. I was almost there.
Dude, I swear I checked my pantry, but I killed those last weekend. That's on me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, when the Eagles won that NFC Championship game, I was like, I am eating these goddamn nachos.
I bet you was
Yeah.
pretty
And-
thrilled about that.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And everybody's pretty
Championship
much
Sunday.
going with the Eagles, right?
Yep, I got
Yeah.
I got it. Well,
Yeah,
it's
might
probably
as
pretty
well.
bad, but I got $176 on it.
Mm.
All right.
I put
Okay.
this isn't all just from a bit. This
go.
this is from funds that I won. I don't have a gambling problem.
I do.
If you do have a gambling problem,
Call me.
Chiefs win it by 2 touchdowns.
Shit.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
move
again,
along.
thank you for coming on tonight.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you
yeah.
guys for having us.
We're
man.
gonna we're
Really
gonna close it
appreciate
up. Don't talk to strangers. Shop smart. Shop as smart. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. We are Shop Liver. And by the way, we'll see you at Punk Rock Night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Chop Liver is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
You think you're weird?